Oh, hi everyone, and welcome to today's midweek modules. Today, we are super uber prepared to be riding through the forests towards a thing. I did not prepare this just an hour ago or half an hour ago. That is a damn lie. Anyone who told you that, they can't be trusted. Let's go around and say hello to everyone, and then we'll go through the the academy announcements things. Let's see. I think we started with Skyra last week, so let's start with Prax this week. Oh, hi, Prax. Who are you and who are you playing?
Hello all, you can usually find me hanging out in the Twitch chat as at Praxagora Thesmiophoria, and my name is Deirdre Donlan. This week I'm bringing back Salzlizentir, be your drow of slightly less than ethical eliminations, shall we say.
Perfect. And then next we go around to Amanda Geddon. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. I'm Amanda Gittin. I got recruited on Twitter, of all places. And I'm playing Orzera, or Oz. She's, kind of a, not necessarily gun for hire, but more of a bodyguard for hire right now.
Okay, fantastic. And next around, we welcome back, Many-Eyed Monster, formerly known as, the role player formerly known as Hit Points Max, but we know him as Jeff. Oh, hi, Jeff.
Hey, how's it going? Like Scrat said, you can find me at Many-Eyed Monster on Twitter, where I design adventure modules for 5e. Today I'm going to be playing Karnam Torun. He is a dwarf artist, mostly a sculptor of sorts, who likes finer things a bit outside of his budget, in fact. So that will be interesting for him.
Excellent. And last around, we welcome back the wonderful Skyra Moss. Oh, hi, Skyra.
Hey guys, I'm Skyra. You can find me on Twitter at Skyra Moss. I stream over on Money Cook Games and Phantom Roll Booth. Today I will be playing Juniper Foxheart, who is a gnomish sorcerer just coming out of a self-imposed isolation in the woods because she had no idea how to control her powers, and frankly still doesn't. She's hoping to find some people who might be able to help.
Oh, that's just too perfect. Okay, so we're going to start today in the back of a cart. It's less of a cart and more of a coach. It's a fancy wagon. Each of you have been collected, either individually or together, and you are on the way to that you're being escorted to a treat, a little adventure in the woods. The local Fey government or nobles or someone of that ilk has sent you an invite to the Odeum. It reads, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our humblest show. The night's promised theatre troupe has rehearsed a wondrous panoply of song, poem, and soliloquy. Lights dim, let the shows begin." As we go round again, tell me, through what event did your character be invited? What earned you this invitation from these Fey nobles? Why don't we go reverse row around this time? We'll start with Skyra.
Juniper actually met one of them while she was hiding deep in the woods, and they got to talking. So she was invited here, as some of these Fey might be able to give her some advice.
Yeah, definitely. First music, then advice. Next we have Jeff.
I imagine Karnam, his sculptures are incredibly well known. They go for a pretty high price, even though a lot of it goes back to his clan. I imagine someone that he knows, or perhaps one of these Fae, would have invited him on that sort of credit. Perhaps he's done work for them in the past.
It's like a company thing, maybe, that we've got free tickets to this Fae thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want to go? We can't. Yeah. Okay. Next round, Amanda, or Azira. Sorry, I'll try and get into character names. Oh, why have I decided to do that just before I go to Prax? Okay. Anyway, Azira.
I'm kind of thinking maybe Oz was traveling somewhere and ended up helping somebody along the way, and they're like, "Here, go to this thing.
Yeah,
This is the
totally.
way we can pay you. Don't have any money. Here, take this."
That sounds totally legit to me. Totally legit. Okay. And so, last but not least, here it comes. Here it comes. Seldston
Very good. Selds in tier works. Selds picked the invitation up off to a gentleman that he may have eliminated for the evening. He believes that the next person that on his to-do list might be supposing to attend tonight's event.
So perhaps not from the Fey Nobles at all, but perhaps you were garnered an invite from elsewhere. Perhaps the company got you something, or do you work for a company, or are you a lone gun?
I mean, I've done personal work for certain churches of the Underdark variety in the past, but on the surface, less of that.
Okay, cool. So I mean, you guys have got you've got time. The cart's heading into the carriage is heading towards this amphitheater, and you're all sort of at the moment keeping your thoughts to yourselves, I suppose. You know, that sort of when you're meeting someone new, silence, and yeah, you're all in together.
I imagine Karnam is straightening all of his clothes. He's propped up a small mirror near where he is, and he's just trying to make sure that everything is aligned, everything looks good. He's sort of, retwisting his braids, just trying to look as presentable as possible.
Okay.
Selds does not look like a gentleman of his trade. He looks slightly well put together, almost foppish. But although the coat is very well tailored and very intricate, it hides a large number of things within it that he's very careful to not let the new people that he's just met observe.
Does anybody know what exactly Fae consider nice? Like, what's are they more of a, loosey-goosey, more regal, like? And Karnam just kind of looks around.
It really depends on the court.
Right.
Summer, winter, autumn, spring.
Does it say on our on the ticket like what court this is, or if it is a specific court?
No, just says the Knights Promise Theatre Troupe. I don't think it's not in the Feywild as such. It's just the Fey. It's the Fey city, off in the woods somewhere.
I see.
Oh yeah, no, we're not going for Fey bullshit today.
But we're going for Fable shit, apparently.
Mild,
light Fae bullshit. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I'm not really sure. I've only met the one of them. They were a bit odd, I suppose, but they seem friendly enough.
to my experience, it really does depend on the amount of alcohol involved.
But
Doesn't it
that's
always?
Yes. Like kind of accurate for any situation.
You'd be shocked at the number of people who don't drink in non-judgment ways, but
Karnam turns around and holds out his arms and says, "All right, how do I look? I look nice? Do I look like a presentable businessman?"
how does he look?
Karnam is tall for a dwarf, so just under 5 feet. He has dark skin and pitch black hair, black eyes. His beard is layered with multiple braids that have small gold bands in them. He also has far too many rings on his fingers and a few piercings. He has one eyebrow hook and one one in his nose. Very clean, very tidy. He holds his hands out for everyone to sort of, and he does a little turn for everybody so you can get the full view.
I mean, you look quite nice for a dwarf.
I mean, what's that supposed to mean? I think I look nice for everybody.
No comment.
Sometimes people say no comment is a comment, but that's fine, all right. And he
You look
takes us.
fine.
Thank you.
Oz is still in her armor because she doesn't much wander around without it on. But she's got chainmail on and it's in good condition.
Did you shine it for the event, or did you not bother?
Yes. It's shiny.
Okay, cool. So it's not like you haven't put effort in. It's just this is what you
No.
wear. So okay.
Yeah. And she got the sides of her hair are shaved, fresh shaved. And the blonde streak down the middle.
Nice. The cart rumbles on.
Do we recognize anything out the windows?
If you know the area, you'd recognize this section of woods. If you've been to the Fey City, you'll know this is just to the west of the city. There's not been any war with the Fey for years, so generally most of this part of the woods has become decorated or runed with elven scripts of growth and fertility and all that sort of stuff. There's lots of decorations around the trees and all sorts. The roads are well lit. And you can see lanterns leading off towards this, if you were to lean out one of the windows, you can see the lanterns leading off up towards the amphitheater up ahead.
You catch all these lanterns? They light themselves, or they have somebody run around and collect all these in a day, or...
I think there might be magic lanterns.
Seems like a
They're very
bit of
beautiful.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. They are quite lovely.
And and expensive.
Yeah, I'm hoping expensive is kind of the theme of the evening. Need to find me some new patrons. Maybe just one new patron if we're lucky. I mean, I don't know how wealthy we're talking here, but living a luxurious life as I do is does not come cheap.
I'm
Life
just
doesn't
excited
come
to
cheap.
be back in the city again. It's been 5 years, I think, if I count right, since the last time I've been in a city.
Well, where have you been in the interim?
Oh, out in the woods.
Just in the woods, vaguely by yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I found a cave.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, that is an improvement. A little more subterranean. That's good stuff. I don't mind that.
Yeah, the cart begins pulling up towards the amphitheater.
Oz sticks her head out the window.
There's a great many patrons, some of whom are queuing. They each hold white invitations. You can see the white parchment. Some of them are queuing, others are talking, some are singing. There's hawkers selling pastries and things outside of the festival, and the coach will pull up, and a doorman will come round dressed in the latest Fey attire this season, and holds the door open for you and rolls down some steps.
Carnum takes one last look at everything, and then proceeds down the steps, holding himself perhaps a little too rigid. Comes down and sort of perceives the area and then turns and gestures, sort of welcoming his other the other people in the carriage.
Selds will let everyone else go first.
Juniper jumps out of the carriage and says, "Wow, sir, your outfit is incredible. Are you the host of this festival? Where did you get those clothes? They are amazing."
I'm just a footman, miss.
A footman with such amazing fashion. That is incredible.
The the coach hire, they give me uniform.
Wow. What a city.
Oh yeah, the coach boy is looking great. Yeah, I didn't say anything about all of this, but that's yeah, great uniform.
You can hear nearby hawkers. Since I forgot to do my intro, I'm gonna do this way. You can see nearby hawkers saying, "Social links, get your social links over here. Discord, Twitter, YouTube, get them all over here." No one really is going to him. They don't really know what he's talking about. It's like he's talking to a different audience altogether.
That's some weird fable shit right there.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, it's very weird. He's talking about being able to go and be part of an inclusive, safe community. You know, very strange. Tells him to send him a DM for getting a game. Maybe that's some kind of boot. I don't know. And yeah, lastly, he says you can catch him up with YouTube. He's not walking particularly fast though, so very strange. Very strange.
Be some sort of fae thing that I don't know about.
Karnam gestures to the carriage and says, "Oz, may I?" And he offers you his hand.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. She takes
Yeah, no worries.
his hand and hops out of the carriage and kind of claps him on the shoulder.
He looks into the carriage itself and thinks about offering his hand, and then says, "Well, come on then. All right."
And Selds just kind of lightly ignores the steps and just jumps down and pulls a copper piece from and starts twirling it through his fingers. Turns to the valet, basically, and says, "So do you know who's putting on this shindig?"
Well, it's the Knight's Promise Theatre Troupe, miss.
Oh, but who hired... Miss.
Mister?
I mean, I know I have long hair, and I'm a drow, but...
I'm sorry, I've not seen many drow. I've got a cold.
And he's just gonna look at you. I know that they're the ones performing, but who's hired them to perform?
Well...
And he's gonna change the copper piece out for a silver one. And it's moving in his fingers.
All I know is his rumors.
Rumors are always a good currency to travel in.
They say this one was hired by the princess herself.
Oh, which one?
Sheriana.
And he'll flick it towards the valet.
Thank you, miss. Sir, go. And he just runs onto the coach. Nearby, another. There is a human out here, and he's read all about it. Evening News and Standard. Come over here. Come on. I demand your patronage. Free articles on this Patreon. Come and check them out. Exclusive content. Pound a thing. Get yourself a music box.
Arnhem goes to him and says, "Patreon, huh? I like a little patronage. What are you offering?"
Well, we've got an article here written by the Archmage Derek, all about running games and being prepared for them. Don't know what he's talking about, but should be a really good read.
Sounds wonderful. I don't know if it's for me, but it sounds like a really great product.
Thanks. Even as you standard, get your patronage here.
What a
So-
cheery city.
They're Fae. What do you expect? I mean, they're all just bullshit anyways.
All right, shall we attend the amphitheater here?
How many people look like they're walking into the
Well, the
theater?
queues.
The theater. Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
I know, I'm a nerdy classicist. Is this an amphitheater or is it a theater? An amphitheater being an arena in a circle, or in a theater being half of one?
Nerd.
I teach Latin for a living, people.
Nerd alert!
Right. It's
I
outside.
am by definition a nerd.
It's outside.
Yes, that doesn't stop the.
Hang on. I'm not finished. You can see the path leads into all these stone benches. You can see just beyond, they've only set up like a small wicker fence to like try and keep things organized. You can see there is simply a stage on one side. Yeah, there's a stage on one side. Do you know what? I'm going to use the word they used in the book because you'll probably know what it means even when I mispronounce it. I was going to leave it out, alright? I was going to leave it out because I thought I can't pronounce it. I don't know what it means, so I'm not going to inflict this on my players. But no, you've taken me there, Prax. Go back and watch the prep video. I'll say there. I'm not going to use this word. That's what I said.
I never watch your prep videos for this stream, Scrat. I don't cheat.
A proscenium stage?
Yes. Proscenium, meaning that there is a stage that juts out. There is a orchestra in front, and there is a full shape around the outside of the stage. So there is wings and a curtain that can close in front of it.
Excellent.
Hot
Well, there you
damn,
go.
would you look at this proscenium? That's great work. Good stuff.
You can see the queue going in. Everyone though is standing. Everyone in the queue is holding white pieces of paper. Yours are on gold leaf.
Well, apparently we're first class. I love traveling in first class.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time. All right. So I think we just find and he looks around and he actually has no idea what to do. Is there like a gold paper line maybe?
You don't ever look for the line. You walk up to the first person that you see, and you assume that he knows what you're talking about. So that gentleman, who is in the same uniform, and we just waltz in.
All right. Well, after you. Feel free to waltz ahead.
And Selds will literally just walk up to the first usher that he sees and says, I do believe we were invited. Where are our seats?
Guy looks at you confused for a moment, but the sort of confused of, oh god, this is an important person confused. Looks you up and down, sees the gold tickets in all your hands and goes, right this way. And just starts walking past the line.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
As you walk past, there's a person just as you get inside the gate. They've set up a booth and they're saying, "T-shirts, get your T-shirts, event T-shirts. We've got art boards, all your merch. Come and get your merch here now for the night theatre troupe."
Oh, how lovely. My mother used to use tea to dye shirts back at home.
And that's exactly what he's got. Yeah, T-shirts, literally.
Shirts made of tea.
We tried coffee jumpers, didn't work. But yeah, you can be led, and he will take you. He says, sort of scratch his head. I guess you must be front row. Front row. That must be it. Or
You're
Back.
not sure.
or back row. Well, normally I'd put you in a box. Normally I'm from one of the theatres in the city where we've got boxes, but no boxes out here. We're in the. Sorry, miss.
So,
Normally I would put you in a box, but we're not out here. We're out in the forest, so you may have the choice of a back row or the front row, sir. And he's addressing all of you, so he's like saying, sir, miss, to whoever.
No,
So,
front row is probably best. I have a hard time seeing over the tops of people.
that is not wrong. Yeah, front row. Hmm.
And you can see at the back there's sort of like a three benches lined up, so you would be able to see over everyone's head because they're sort of like raised. But there would still be people standing in front of you and stuff, so yeah.
All right, take us to the front.
Certainly.
Where
This
the
way.
fancy people go.
And he begins walking towards the front. There's stuff going on behind the stage. There's a curtain at the back. There's something in the center of the stage behind the curtain. You know, when something doesn't quite fit and the curtain's just sort of draped over it slightly. Yeah. He says, take your seats, please. Take your seats. Act 1 will be starting in about 4 minutes once we've got everyone settled down.
Playbills.
Juniper's gonna climb up on her seat so she can see and look around the amphitheater trying to spot the Fae who invited her. She's not really sure who they were or what their name is, so she's not got good chances, but she's gonna look.
Hell of it. Give us a perception check.
Alright. Here we go.
Yeah, no, you see lots of Fae, and there's a couple of times when you're like, that one could be, no. You know, the classic sort of, oh, that hair color's right, but then they turn around and the face is just all wrong. Like,
Yeah.
Program?
After a minute of looking, she'll settle down into her seat.
program. Yes, I will get you a program, sir, and can I get you all any refreshments?
Maybe just like a big mug of ale.
Yes.
All right.
Anyone else? There will also be refreshments served during the acts.
Wine. White, preferably dry. Not summer court.
Of course.
Somebody knows his wine.
Oz points to Sal. I'll have some of that as well, please.
Oh, just water for me, thanks.
Certainly. And he dashes off, and shortly afterwards, a young female elf approaches with four. You've just said the word, and I've forgotten it. Programs.
Program.
Yeah. And she walks in and says, programs for you. Requested by VIP status.
Thank you. I take one and sit back and kind of relax into my chair and start reading it.
Okay, it simply says Act 1 Revelry. It was a festival to celebrate festivals, and even the mice danced, is the reading in the program. Next is Act 2 Portents. Winter came and shadows grew. A new star rose in the night sky. And then it says... darkness arrives. The great lady herself graces the stage.
All right. Anybody know anything about this great lady? Anybody know why she's so great?
Not usually.
Maybe they
No.
mean she's really, really tall.
Oh, what if she's like a giant? Oh, what if it's like some kind of, they got like a hill giant or something. She comes in. Oh, all right, okay. Getting a little more interested. Let's see here. Something about dancing mice.
Oh, I love mice. I had a mouse friend while I was living in the woods.
Did your
Yeah.
mouse friend talk to you?
Of course. He
Yup.
went squeak a squeak and I went squeak a squeak. And sometimes he'd bring me tiny little berries.
All right, well, That does
Okay.
sound pretty cool. I mean, that sounds pretty magical. I wouldn't mind mouse berries.
Really depends on the type of berries.
During this time, everyone's been seated, and someone walks out onto the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Knight's Promise Theatre Troupe. Soon we will begin Act 1. Please take your seats, have your refreshments ready, and the elf walks back towards you with your drinks and is handing you all drinks. The first act will be right after the sponsorship announcements. Thank you very much to Bird and the Storm Publishing, who are run entirely for charity, supporting all the small children and the ill-begotten in the Fey City. And also to our patrons, the Mage Hand Press, who grace us with many great tales of space and other such things. Some sort of scientific fiction. Please look to the back of your programs for information where you can find out where to contact these wonderful sponsors about their great products. And now, Act 1. And he walks off stage as 3 halfling clowns make their way onto stage, dancing with each other. Sort of think clown more like Morris Dancer style clown and less Stephen King's It. They're just gaily like moving towards each other, and you all start to feel like this warmth spreading from the stage. There's a true elven ceremony where everything that's happening on stage is being almost pervaded through some sort of Young's common collective to the audience. And the more the dancing gets, you almost can't help but tap your feet. As they are dancing, suddenly you realise that through the benches all around you, small wooden dolls are also dancing around. They're all different shapes and sizes. Some have long arms, some have big heads, others have things, but they're all sort of like moving like tourniquets and dancing to the music.
Wow, this is delightful.
I mean, delightful is one word for it, I suppose.
So you guys are seeing those dancing dolls too?
Yeah, no, we are, yeah.
Okay.
They're real, yeah.
Okay, just making sure. You're muted.
Are any of them visibly armed?
Oh, the dolls! No. But this is enjoyable. It's fun to watch. You know, people are they're at halflings on stage. A few audience members are actually standing up and dancing along.
So you said this was an elven ceremony?
It's a production. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Surface elves.
Surface people in general, am I right? Like, come on. Dolls and
Surface
such.
elf right here.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, no.
My cousin used to make dolls kind of like that. They were so lovely.
Did they come alive and also dance by themselves?
Oh, only this one time. It was sort of an accident, though. They weren't supposed to, but you know, it's don't worry about it.
No, yeah, I hate when that happens.
You
As long
may
as
choose to fail this result. I know at least 2 of you will not. As you are genuinely feeling compelled was a word that I used correctly. You can make me a DC Wisdom 16 saving throw.
against being charmed?
Against being convinced to dance along.
Oh, Juniper's already.
Is that
there.
charm?
I will look to the thing for
Because
wording.
it makes a very important distinction.
Yeah, no, it just says to be compelled to dance, not to be charmed.
Okay.
Okay. What saving throw did you say?
Wisdom.
Self passes.
Oz is just getting up and dancing. Kind of jingling a little bit with the armor and the weapons she has.
Oh,
And
Lord, here we
Juniper
go.
Started dancing in her seat before the compelling even started to be a thing.
Yeah. So your friends begin dancing along. The dice told the story so well there. That's perfect. Like,
I turn to Karnam and go, I hope you're not drinking too much of that.
Yeah, I'm starting to kind of maybe reconsider it. He sets it down and he sort of just opens his playbill back up and just starts paying very focused attention to it, not looking at the other two dancing. Just like, oh, okay.
I mean, is there anybody? Can I see anybody watching us?
give me a perception check.
23.
So you've got a fairly good read of the room as you are looking around. Everyone inside this this fenced-off complex today, they're pretty much everyone is dancing. They all came here for a good time, it would seem, and they're all enjoying themselves. Looking around the outside, the only people looking in really are the envious eyes of people guarding the entrances. Less guarding, more just, you know, making sure everything's paid and proper and everything.
Ushers. Do I see anybody from the stage watching us?
Just the three clowns dancing. Some of the wooden dolls have got up and they're dancing with them as well. The wooden dolls seem to be slightly mischievous in their dancing. In that they are tying shoelaces together here and there and pulling other sorts of like gags. Nothing too serious. It's all hard, you know, all good fun little jokes, but yeah, one of them is removing a step from the stairs. You know, that's sort of like obvious thing that's just mildly annoying. They can see somewhere someone's put a pen down and immediately one of these little creatures has grabbed it and ran. And no doubt that poor person will be looking for that pen for hours later. There's
Shouldn't put in.
nothing sinister going on here.
You guys should dance with us.
I don't
Oh,
dance.
yeah, no, you could also dance with each other. That
We
sounds
already
fun.
are.
Right. So it says later there's a giant lady. I'm wondering about that. And he just sort of
There's a
turns
great lady, not a
slightly to
giant
the
lady.
side.
Oz is correct. It is a great lady, not a giant lady.
Maybe she's just very old.
Oh, yeah, she could be real old. That is true. Probably really old, actually, if it's like a fae thing. Probably. Oh, what if this is like an ancient lady? What if she's one of the old ones? That'd be pretty cool.
Like the great grandmother of the Fae.
Oh, yeah. The fae progenitor, pretty much.
I would be disturbed
janitor?
running away.
I mean, if I'm here to see her, that's when we'll hang out, but, you know.
Such people usually don't come out into the middle of the woods. They usually, if they wish to see people, invite them into their own protected compound where they are protected against any and all possible assassination attempts.
You said
And-
that real fast and real detailed.
Say bullshit.
Yes. Yes, there's that.
Interesting.
Clearly a very safe town. I'm sure no one will be doing any assassinating tonight. Silly.
Definitely not.
Oh,
The
oh, you're
music,
funny, Selds.
The music begins to wind down, and the compulsion to dance fades with it. The clowns stay on stage, and one of them says to the other, "What happened to the theatre actor who lost his arm?" And the other one says, "He got a proscenium implant." Ba-dum-bum. And there's no sound from the crowd.
There's just a.
That's supposed to be a joke.
I think there's just a single loud guffaw from Carnum, and then it just echoes throughout the like empty crowd.
One of them picks up one of the dolls and is like, "Hey, how'd you get comedy from one of these little creatures?"
You burned it alive.
Oh my god!
That got dark.
Sort of hear, no, just slapstick.
Okay.
Oh!
Okay, these little
I
guys
get
get me.
that,
I
I
like
get
it.
that
All right,
one.
yeah. Okay.
And these
Because there would.
they begin saying these one-liner style jokes, which is essentially the whole of their act. Yeah, well, one of them. What? Why do elves put on so many theatre productions?
Oh, all right, saddle in. Here we go. All right, why?
They just can't help themselves.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Like they're truly the worst of the worst jokes, but people slowly, like Carnum, either people go the Oz route and they start booing, or they start chuckling
my
along.
dad tells better jokes.
Juniper's gonna like keep nudging Selds and trying to explain why the joke's funny because Selds isn't laughing.
And every time you go to nudge, you realize that he's just grabbing your hand as you do.
Uh-huh.
He hasn't been drinking the wine, by the way.
Yeah. But someone is coming along to refill it. They come and refill your drinks for you, all of them.
Very kind.
Yes, of course, and hurry away again.
All right. I mean, pretty nice service, decent show. These guys know how to tell a joke. I mean, all right. Feeling a little better, feeling a little more at ease.
But are puns really jokes? Like,
No.
Oh, here we go. Is a pun a joke? Yes, it's a joke because it made me laugh. It made Juniper laugh. Made that guy over there laugh. I heard him. He was having a good one.
He's also very intoxicated.
Okay, well, you know, most of us are drinking our wine or ale or what have you. Unlike somebody sitting there looking fancy.
The clowns are setting up a wallpapering act, where they're doing some imaginary wallpapering. One of them has a bucket and an imaginary brush, and they've brought a ladder onto the stage, and one of them is holding the ladder whilst the other one climbs up, and puts the bucket on the edge of the ladder, and he's leaning across to try and paint this imaginary wall. There is no wall there, but he's leaning off that he can't quite reach, and as he leans and leans, the ladder begins to rock, and eventually and inevitably the bucket tumbles off the other side onto the other clown's head, and he's covered in white paint.
Got him.
Oh no. His whole costume's gonna be ruined.
Right, his whole
Washed
thing's messed up. That's great.
I'm quite sure that the people backstage can fix that in a moment.
Okay, all right. Well, I don't know what can fix your bad attitude. Apparently not anything soon.
And then as they're cleaning up this act, the maitre d' walks back on and says, "We will be taking a short intermission between Act 1 and 2. Please feel free to stretch your legs, grab yourself a refreshment, and we'll be back shortly." And everything goes quiet again. They draw the curtain, and you can hear sounds of things being cleaned up.
What time of day is it?
Oh, it's evening time.
Oh, even okay. I think Carnum's gonna get up and give a big stretch, and he's look at him and says, I don't know. Do we want to look around, have a peek at what else they got set up?
Why not? It'll be entertaining at least.
Yeah, I want to see if I can find my Fae friend. They were so fun, but yeah, they didn't tell me how to find them. They just gave me the ticket to come here.
All right, yeah. Sure, yeah, let's have a look around. Maybe we can find them. Maybe they know some people, you know?
Yeah.
Oz
Sure,
just
you
kind of
guys-
follows behind the group because that's what she does. She
Sure,
walks
so
behind and looks tall.
there's not a lot going on inside the fence, but with your golden tickets, you may come and go as you please and go back around the merchants outside. Or one of the things says, if you would like, I imagine with a gold ticket, we could get you a sneak peek of backstage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I want to
And
go
maybe we
back.
can get a peek at this lady, see how tall and or old she is.
Oh, no, no one gets to see the lady. She's very particular.
Sounds mysterious.
Can I see how they made the dolls move?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're things, and he picks up one of the things. They're like forest sprites trapped in a body. You can have one as a pet if you like.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Really creepy and
Yeah, kind of mean.
I thought they were kind of creepy before, but now, it's up close. I'm getting a little, I don't know, not the worst thing I've seen today.
If any of you do any of you take the thing? We never really know what to call them, so we thought we'd call them Wizmos.
Yeah, Juniper's gonna take it to look at it and just like turn it all around.
As soon as you take it and start turning it, it just clings to your hand and gives your hand a big hug.
Oh, look, it
Oh.
likes me.
Hey, you made a
You
friend.
have to
Look
be
at that.
careful about feeding this thing after midnight or keeping it away from water.
Mhm.
I agree
That
with that
is-
assessment.
Does it eat? I don't think it eats. Does it eat? I hope it doesn't eat.
Probably doesn't eat, but you're right. I probably shouldn't get it wet. It'd be a shame if the paint came off.
Yeah. All right. Well, fella, you want to take us backstage? I'd love to meet some of our performers this evening.
Yes, certainly.
Lead the way.
And with glee, they do. They lead on towards. There's two paths. So they sort of take you away from the stage. You come down some steps away from the stage. Takes you around a small treed area, like a little glade. Or feel free if you need to take a rest at any time. Just here, it'll be a little bit quieter than the stage, but you can still hear what's going on. And she leads you around this path towards the back of the proscenium theatre. I'm
Is there
just
anyone,
happy that I A pronounced the word right and B know what it means now. That's you know.
Cool. Is anybody back here right now? Any other performers?
Yeah,
or-
you can see the two clowns going towards their car. They both look absolutely miserable, and one is still covered in this white paint.
Oh,
Carnum walks up to him and says, "Oh, hey there. That was a pretty fine performance. I like that." And Carnum points to the Wizmo that Juniper had and says, "I like the slapstick bit. That one got me. That was pretty good."
Oh, yeah, you liked that? That was one of my jokes. I wrote that one.
Nice. All right. Got ourselves a little rising comedian over here. Look at this guy.
Maybe, hopefully, maybe one day I can get to the real big acts. I mean, this is a big act, but like a really big act, like not just a support act, not just a warm up, but maybe I could go and get into something like really big, like one of the big theatre productions. I'd really love that. That'd be like my dream.
oh, that would be
Breathe,
so
buddy.
good. Do you need help with that paint on your costume?
The other guy who's covered in white paint just sort of looks at me and says, "No, I'm okay. I'm just feeling a little pale."
Oh my god, these two are geniuses.
We tried that act in some of the smaller productions, but it was just a whitewash.
Oh my goodness.
Oh gee, oh my god, Carnum looks back at Oz, he says, "Are you hearing this?
Yep.
Hey, are you getting this right now?"
Yep.
Oh.
Don't stop.
Whew. That is fine. This is Oh, quality show. I'm pretty happy that I came along.
She offers the guy her wine, and she's like, Wouldn't want you to keep whining about this. I mean, really.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Why, thank you, but I don't think I'd be at liberty to take libations from a VIP customer. I wouldn't be at liberty to say no either. And the one not covered in paint takes the wine and downs it.
Seltz just holds his glass out and goes, would you like the rest?
This time the guy in the covered in paint still takes it, and as he's like starts drinking it, you can see paint running off his face like into the glass. He's like drinking it in a way.
you sure you don't want me to? I can make the paint go away.
Well, it's fine. We you know, every night we do the same thing. We, you know, go up on stage, do the production. We scrub, get all the paint off, then we go up the next day. I don't know why the other elves back here, they find it hilarious.
Okay.
I mean, that just seems... She can do it a lot faster.
How?
Well, like this. And Juniper's going to press to digitate the paint away.
Nice. That was
Can-
fast.
Can any magic users do this?
Oh, I don't know. I've not really met other magic users yet.
Yeah, a lot of them
I
can.
learned.
No wonder all the
Yes.
other elves are laughing at us. We've been scrubbing every night since we started being on tour.
Yeah, I get the feeling just about any of them could probably do that for you.
Yep. And Seltz is just gonna kind of look at Oz and be like, yes, I am aware that sometimes certain species of elves are very dickish, I believe is the term. Is that the correct term in common, Carmon?
Yeah, I mean, well, I think that's the correct term that you're looking for. I don't know that it necessarily applies.
Do
A
you
lot
mean-
of people, though, above ground, they do get a little, well, shoot, yeah, I mean, dickish, I guess you're right.
Those curs. Those fakers.
There's no
Fakers.
reason to, there's no reason to insult the dogs.
Even Sells is getting on it. That's pretty good.
I'll just kind
Can
of
we
chuckle behind her head.
can we help you at all? You've done us a great service. We've got loads of time now. We were going to spend hours scrubbing this.
I mean, that's up to you, Juniper. You did the work.
Oh.
And
No,
the
I
amount of
just-
money we're going to save in uniforms.
Oh. You've just been getting new uniforms every night?
Oh yeah, paint don't come out easy.
Oh my goodness.
They've been taking it out of our pay.
That's awful.
I believe my earlier assessment of them being dickish was correct.
Say
Yeah, I
that
think
again.
you're right on
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
Hey, do you guys know anything about this lady in the last act?
Lady, the dark one.
Oh, the dark one. I
Her-
told you, she's one
Oh.
of the old ones.
No,
Dark one, old one.
her act's all about like all about the dark spirits and all that sort of thing, like all shadows and stuff, and bats appear on stage, and you know, doing all the occult stuff that makes people get all spooked out.
Okay, kind of a spooky thing.
Yeah.
That's fun. Bats are actually really nice, you know. I had a bat friend when I was living in the woods, too.
Oh, here we go with the woodland friends.
Has anyone died from her performances?
What? No.
I mean, you mentioned the occult and bats and...
Yeah, no, it's all just an act, you know. It looks really spooky, and you know they turn the old compelling emotions on and make everyone feel really freaked out, and then you know at the end of the act it's like boof, she disappears, gets dragged back to the fires of hell, I think the narrator calls, and then next night here she is again.
Fires of hell.
You could say anything. You could say he gets, you know, torn back into, I don't know, the winter court or anything, you know.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, okay, and what's she like off stage? Is she
Never
spooky
seen her.
off stage?
Yeah, she's kind of spooky, mainly because she keeps up this air of mystery. You
Oh,
never see her.
okay.
Or mystery.
Does she have her own tent?
Yeah,
Trailer.
she has her own trailer. Yeah, she has her own wagon. Where most of ours are all painted colourfully, and he points to his, which is coloured bright purple, but with like a white, like someone's poured paint on top of it, so like it all is splodged around.
I do have to ask, was that intentional?
Well, yeah, it's to do with our signature act, which you know
Yeah.
costs us the most money, and everyone in the act seems to find funny, but the audience doesn't find so funny. And
Maybe go for maybe change it up a little bit.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
back in the day, we used to slap each other with pig's bladders for a bit, and you know it used to get laughs, but
I recommend not doing that one. Maybe engage the audience a little bit more.
Yeah. Do like a survey, right? After the this isn't my forte. You said the lady has has a trailer.
yeah.
Could we just? I mean, we got these VIP tickets. Could we maybe just like give it a little knock on the door, see if maybe she'll speak to us?
Yeah, sure. It's the cart that's all in black.
Yeah, I figured.
And sometimes mist. I think she turns the old, you know, smoke machine on because mist pours out the bottom.
Oh, that's so cool.
Illusion or
Well, there's two ways we can do it. Either the magic users do it, or we get some dry ice and, you know,
Yeah,
I don't know exactly how it works. I think it shakes it or something, and then it all goes misty. I don't know.
that sounds right. Yeah, get some ice in there, shakes it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's accurate. All right. Well, thanks for helping us out, and great show. And yeah, we're gonna go say hi to this lady, I guess. And
All right.
Carnum walks off in the direction of the cart.
See you later. Break a leg.
and maybe instead of paint, consider pies. And
What's it?
Or water.
You see him sort of like considering like pies. Oh, tasty. Yeah.
I will follow Carnum towards this creepy black coach with mist coming out of it that's not scary at all.
Yeah, does it have the mist going right now?
Goth coach.
No, just a dark, spooky coach.
It's a little way off from all the others. Large rimmed wheels, like large cart wheels. Almost looks like spindles. You know, like well, like a spindle, like the original sewing machine.
The wheel looks like a spinning wheel, or the spindle.
Like the spinning wheel.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just completely black. Same sort of style as the others, but bigger wheels. There's no sound that comes from it at all.
As Carnum gets closer to it, his obvious confidence starts to just wane the closer he gets, and then eventually he just kind of stops and he looks at Cells and he says, "All right, well, just give it a knock on the door. Say hello."
Yes, Carnum, why don't you?
Oh no, I have a thing with my wrist. It's not good for. You can just give it a little knock. It'll be fine.
You're the one that wanted to do this.
Oh no, I would love to if I could just, but the wrist So just just give a little.
Oz, would you like to knock for our dear friend Carmon?
Yeah, unless Juniper wants to.
Yeah, Juniper's actually gonna just, while they're arguing about who's gonna knock on the door, she's just gonna march right up there and knock on the door.
Excellent. As you do, could you please roll me a 1d603?
Hey.
Thank you very much for the 10 retweets, everyone, and giving us our first Wild Magic Surge.
What was the number? 600...
605, sorry.
605?
Because we rolled 404 earlier, and I changed it. I
Okay.
added in an extra line, because I was disappointed that Wild Magic Surge 404 was not error target is not found.
What
So I
page
changed
is
it so
not-
that it was. 454, it's close. As you touch the cart, an orb of darkness surrounds it. Magical darkness. If any of you can see through magical darkness, then you can see. Otherwise, you are blinded.
Oh no. Carnum immediately panics. As a
How big-
cleric of the light, he is just like, no, no, no.
How big a radius diameter is
Diameter.
this?
Doesn't specify, so let's say 10-foot radius. So 20-foot ball.
Seltz just walks backwards
God,
out of it.
I'm sorry if I disturbed you, Miss Great Lady. I know you're probably getting ready for the show. Mad at me, please.
Yeah, Carnum like falls to his knees, like, "Oh, we're so sorry. We've committed a grave mistake."
There's no response.
Juniper's gonna reach out in front of her and make sure the cart's still there.
Oh yeah, you can still feel it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seltz is going to cast dancing lights into the orb of darkness so that you can see your way out.
Carnum holds his hands up to them like, oh, and he just sort of follows them out until he's out of the orb of darkness. He looks around and he's like, oh my god. She's as
Would you like
powerful
another-
as I thought.
Would you like another drink?
Yes.
You might also
Yes,
want
I
to
would.
brush your the schmutz on your. Mhm.
Oh my, oh, thank you. All right, yeah. That looks better.
And he's just playing with the lights, waiting for Juniper to pull herself out of the orb.
Yeah, Juniper's gonna follow the lights also. out of
Probably
the
more
orb.
the sound of the voices, I reckon. Seeing
Sound
light
of-
through magical
okay.
darkness is pretty difficult.
No, alright, yeah, she'll just...
Oh no, I cast
you-
dancing lights into it.
Does that count as magical darkness?
I think so.
Yeah, because it's magical lights. Does it? I think it's one of those. If the lights existed beforehand, then magical darkness would put them out. But I can put dancing lights into it.
Hmm.
But they're only like small little balls.
Okay.
Nice.
As soon as the orb kind of appeared, like Oz pulled out one of her short sword, and she was like, "What the shit?"
Don't put the weapon away. Don't want to frighten the peasants, as it were.
That was crazy, y'all. There was it was all dark, and then the Lord of the Light appeared, guided me out of it, which is nice. Part of the cool
That
thing.
was Selds.
Hmm?
That was Selds with the lights.
I mean, it works through people.
You
I'm
can make
very-
lights too. I
Yes.
can make lights, but only if I touch someone and then they become a little light. They glow. But you
Mm.
made lights that weren't on a person.
Yes,
Cool. Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I learned as a child.
Oh, as a kid, you're doing that.
Yes.
I just one day I accidentally, I touched my cousin and he started glowing. It was the strangest thing.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for that.
Seems slightly problematic. I take it she does not wish to be disturbed.
Yeah, I don't think I ever want to go near that cart again, so we could just go go back to the show or the clowns or really anywhere other than this cart.
So you
To
can
the
hear
bar.
as well from like the other end saying, Act 2 will be starting in 5 minutes. Act 2 starting in 5 minutes.
Oh, here we
Well,
go. All right.
I do believe that is the end of intermission.
Yeah, let's get a move on.
Yep.
And Karnam is going to scurry back towards the seats at a pretty good pace. Maybe faster than he necessarily needs to.
Cells will be slowly, nonchalantly sauntering towards it. Just kind of giving the impression that absolutely nothing is wrong.
Juniper's gonna scurry along quickly behind Cardum. He's the one that knocked, so she's a little worried that some of this darkness or something might be directed at her.
Mm-hmm.
Oz is just kind of meandering.
So the
She's
person
not
who,
walking too fast.
so I guess Karnam will almost certainly meet this person first. The person who escorted you out to this area is waiting by the entrance, and they have a tray with all of your drinks ready.
Karnam just grabs it and just downs it and then puts it back on the tray.
So, I'll get you another.
Yeah, that would be that would be great.
Cells will pick up the goblet. Impeccable
full?
service. Well, no, I got rid of the other one. I
Oh,
poured
right,
out. I
yeah.
poured out one. I got rid of the other one by handing it off to a halfling. Picked up this one. Still have not drunk any of the alcohol from buffet. And flips a copper onto the tray with his offhand.
No need, but thank you very much.
Always feel that good service should be rewarded.
Thank you. And she offers drinks out to Oz and Juniper as well.
Yeah, Oz follows Cells' suit. Does the same thing.
Oh, no, thank you. I couldn't possibly.
I mean, it is just water again.
Oh, yeah, no, she wasn't even really drinking the first water, but she also...
Can I get you anything else? Snacks?
I mean, what are we talking here? Like maybe some roasted nuts or something? That sounds.
Well, we've actually got an
Protein.
old Fey recipe where we take a whole bunch of sweet corn and
Oh.
we cook it really hot and it pops into these puffy, tasty snacks.
All right. Okay.
Delicious.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I will take maybe just like a bucket of that.
Yes, we can definitely get you a bucket.
Excellent. That's great. A nice bucket. Fancy looking bucket.
Yep.
Not the bucket that the paint was in.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Yeah.
And you're free to return to your seats.
Arnhem sits down and just sort of pats out a rhythm on his lap and looks around and says, I don't know how excited I am about that third act anymore. I feel like how spooky do you think it's gonna get?
I bet it's gonna be super spooky. I
Yeah.
hope we didn't disturb the Great Lady too badly while she was getting ready.
I hope she doesn't see us in the crowd. You know what I mean? Like points at us or something. Like, oh, you.
I'm quite sure that she's used to fans disturbing her and would never dare to curse you in public from the stage in front of everyone in the middle of the theater.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't-
mean, they said we could go to see her at her cart, so I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe she was just, in the middle of getting on her costume or something and didn't want to be disturbed.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it wasn't even her. Maybe one of those clowns saw us knock. It's some kind of magic orb with darkness as a prank.
You're right. They were doing lots of pranks, or maybe it was one of those dolls, as you saw the dolls doing the pranks during the show
Oh,
earlier.
God, you're right. What if they know magic?
He did
This
say
place
that
is
there were
giving the
sprites.
willies.
He did say there were sprites trapped in a wooden form.
Oh, and they're trying to get revenge.
I don't
bet.
Yeah, I don't think the clowns did anything because
Well,
they were surprised about the prestidigitation.
oh, oh yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, is that what it's called? I've just been calling it my cleaning uppy spell.
I mean, to each their own. I mean, if it gets the job done, right?
Oh god, I
Yeah.
wish I wasn't here and could actually.
The stage suddenly begins to get cold. You can feel cold emanating from the stage. They've turned on the fog machines on. You can see that there is cold coming from beneath the stage and like ripples of fog. And the stage is completely empty. There's like a blue light hanging on it. And sort of the music begins.
Oz
And-
leans over to Carnum and goes,
Oh god. Oh.
Stage fades to black. When it comes back up, there is a cauldron in the center, and 3 old hags standing around it.
Oh.
Are they hags or are they just old women?
Old crones.
Okay.
They begin walking around it in circles, stirring. One of them produces an eyeball from its pocket.
Oh, that's a strange thing to put in a stew.
It's also kind of weird to have in your
Probably not
pocket.
They walk around, they look across the audience, and they take moments to point at random people, it might seem. As you turn to look, you can see that actually since the beginning of the show, a lot more guests have arrived. It's as though they knew the support act wasn't that great. And so now there's people standing outside the fence. There's tons of them. There's maybe 500-600 people here. That's enough to make a veritable army. And they're walking around saying, "Death, darkness, light no more."
Oh, darn it.
As you make a noise, the tall old crone points at you and says, "You have light in you.
Uh-huh.
Light
And
like a shiny golden thread."
Okay. I like where that, yeah.
And then another one of them comes along with scissors and snips it.
No! Oh, no! Oh, no. I don't... Oh.
and Solids is just gonna elbow you hard in the stomach. There you go.
She looked right at me.
They do that.
I don't know about this.
I'm more concerned about the 600 people standing between us and an exit.
There's 600 how many? What? He kind of looks back. Oh, my God. Where did they all come from?
That would be the concern.
our quickest out would be through the stage.
Yeah, that is my choice as well.
I mean, I don't know, there's 3 of them up there. Pointed at, they said death when they looked at us and said death.
Oh, they're
Well,
probably
then-
going to kill us.
It's part of the show, guys. Calm down. They said it was going to be creepy. They're just trying to scare you.
Just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they aren't out to get you.
Exactly.
Exactly.
We need a volunteer.
Oh, God. And Carnum sinks like completely into his chair.
Preferably a young woman. An innocent.
Oh, that's not me.
I'm a young woman.
Oh
Juniper
my
jumps
God,
up on her
Jun-
chair.
no.
and-
Oh, no.
Her.
Well, at least we'll know where
Oz will
she is.
pull her down.
Come to the stage, my dear. Come.
Oh, I don't.
I'm gonna be in a play, you guys.
See ya, don't die.
Juniper's gonna run up to the stage.
Now, and one of them leads you around to the back of the cauldron. Winter draws in, does not leave. The harvested stocks of food and corn and ale dwindle to nothing.
Oh.
Where is the spring? I will need a lock of your hair.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
No.
Oh,
No.
but-
Juniper.
oh, I was trying to grow it back out.
Yeah, grow it back out. Don't.
It,
A
no, I
small amount
cinched
will be
it off.
fine.
I cinched it off a while back, and it's oh,
Just a little snip.
but
A couple of strands.
oh, but I used to have such beautiful hair.
Abort. Abort.
Can we just pretend?
Yes, of course. Just pretend. And she goes and puts her hand very softly in your hair and just pulls her fingers through it. And as she does, a stray hair comes away. Ah, this one was loose.
Oh no. Oh
Hey,
no.
I guess that'll do.
And she goes over to the cauldron and drops the hair into the cauldron. And suddenly green smoke erupts from it.
Oh,
And,
okay.
billows down the sides, froth, like every weird science,
It's not a natural color for smoke to be.
Does it look like-
Fun?
Does it look like any poison that I have seen or may have come across in my business?
It looks bright green, like water that has been affected by colorant.
Okay.
If that matches any of your poison descriptions, then
I don't think they got any of it from here, and the last time I saw that used was... I'm quite sure it's not a poison. At least unless they've been dealing with certain... Well, I'd just be careful.
I just wish she would get off the stage. This is not.
come. Let us tie you to this here.
What?
This table. This is the table of spring. You will be the one to bring spring about.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Oh, that does no Juniper. No.
Are there gonna be flowers?
Oh.
Almost
Somebody else want...
certainly.
Yeah, nope,
Oh.
It's not like I have any ability to get influencer. I mean, I could mess with the lighting, but that's about it at this point.
And they begin to almost gently. These are gentle bonds. They gently tie your wrists to these slats on this table. You are held. You're not. That's the only thing holding you. You feel like in an emergency you could break free.
Oops.
Okay.
And one of them sort of whispers to you, if there is an emergency, just pull up and out.
Okay. Got it.
To appease the gods and bring back the spring, a sacrifice is
Oh
required.
my God, they're gonna kill her.
No, they're not. Not in public.
Oh, no.
A sacrifice must be worthy. Must be full of life like this young one. Innocent and full of the joys of spring.
We just handed her right to him. Oh my God.
Jennifer's just got this big grin right across her face. She's so
I'm trying-
excited to be in a play.
They turn the table side onto the stage, so you are now laying flat against the stage. So you can just see portrait. Is that portrait to the side? Yeah. Juniper laying flat. And one of them takes an overly large knife from behind her robe.
Oh my God.
Well, that's not useful.
That's overkill.
Indeed.
The
Not very
concoction
practical.
to summon the spring gods requires more than simple hairs. You It'll require blood, heart, and guts.
Oh my god.
And they walk around the back of you, Juniper, and she slams the knife into the table next to you. And immediately, the crone next to her, they throw like a mixture of rags and wine into the air. And one of the crones prestidigitates all of this to make it look like blood is gushing from your body.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Jennifer squeaks real loud as the knife hits the table next to her, and she jumps to the side a bit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna scream into the mic, but Carnum definitely screams at the top of his lungs.
Don't worry, he didn't hit her.
One of them,
She didn't hit her.
Juniper, play dead, play dead, play dead.
Oh, sorry. And Juniper like closes her eyes and like has her tongue all hanging out of her mouth.
And they drag the knife down the stage and as down the table. As they do, like one of them just like wipes it with like tomato juice, so it comes up and you can see the red knife held high.
Oh,
And they
That's not
cast
blood.
the knife aside. He plunges her hand into the body. Just next to you, there is a hole in the table which he plunges her hand through, and starts producing red ropes. Yes, the guts of the deceased.
oh my god.
Juniper's squinting so she can kind of watch even though she's playing dead.
Zeltz turns to Karnam and goes, "You know those aren't what intestines look like, right?"
I like to keep things inside of people. I'm not like, this is, oh my god.
Oh no, those are not intestines.
They aren't.
And that wasn't blood.
No,
no.
it wasn't blood.
Here, she's fine.
But she's dead.
She's
We just
pretending. Probably.
Next, the old crone thrusts a hand once again in, and this time draws a real heart from below the stage. If any of you, I imagine Selds, you've got to have a proficiency in detecting how old body parts are and where they originated from, surely.
Yeah, that's not where that would come from.
Yeah.
Even in a gnome, that's not where the internal organs are located.
It's also a little bit too big. This looks like a cow's heart.
There's an extra ventricle. There's he's kind of leaning over to Karnam and explaining the anatomy of how this works.
But they
Like-
have covered it in like this, in wine and honey, so it's sort of like thick and red, and it's running over her fingers. And as she comes forward, she takes it to the front of the stage, and she just says, "Here, the heart that will bring the spring," and like squeezes the heart. And as she does so, wine and sauce is spilled across the stage, definitely hitting Karnam.
Oh my god! Oh no! Oh my god! No! Juniper! No!
Have another drink.
He's like still like crying, and he just sort of reaches over and says, "Oh god!"
They put all these things back in the into the cauldron, and they turn to them and say, "Take away the body. We have no need of her now." And she's been using the eye the whole time. Whenever she's looking at people, she's been using the eye to look. And this time, she walks to the front of the stage and says, "You," pointing the eye at Karnam.
Oh!
"You loved her."
I just met her, but she was all right. I didn't want her to die.
You cared for her at least.
Okay, sure, yeah. I'll
Come
admit
to the
that.
stage.
You want me to? Oh, God.
Have another drink.
He takes it and just downs it. At this point, pretty drunk, and he sort of waddles up onto stage, not getting too close to the crone.
Oz is just trying not to like kill it and die laughing. She's just
Oh God.
You will be the one to complete the sacrifice.
Oh, I don't want to complete the. Oh God.
Stir this cauldron.
He starts stirring it, but he's kind of, you can see like just a little bit of wetness in his eyes. I don't know about this. Oh God.
The cauldron containing the heart, intestines, and blood of the young child, stirred by a fond associate. Off stage, Juniper, you are taken off stage, and they are saying, right, you can return to your seat in a moment.
Oh no.
Sells leans over to Oz and goes, I saw the fake heart. I saw the fake intestines. When did he get the blood?
Oh man.
Magic or dyed honey.
Probably.
It's a little
Or
too thick.
And right in front of your face, Carnum, one of these crones comes up and takes a ladles into the thing and goes,
Oh god. Oh,
it's
no.
missing something.
Oh no. Is it me? Is it missing me?
No, it's more of a seasoning.
Is it like
I mean, dwarf could be a seasoning.
like
Yeah.
oregano?
No,
Cheers.
I think it needs a finger. And she takes the scissors from her pocket and very quickly goes snip. You see a finger fall into the cauldron
Oh!
and blood's like squirting out, but she's 100% doing that whole thing, you know, like.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh.
I have to admit, half the entertainment in this is him now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they clocked that early on.
Oh.
Now taste it and
Oz
tell
is
me
just
what
like
you
this
think.
in the audience to Carnum.
Like, she dips the ladle in and offers it out to you. Taste it, tell me what you think. More finger?
Takes like a little like what does it taste like? Mostly honey and wine.
Yeah, mostly sort of like just tomato sauce, I guess. More water than anything else.
I don't know. I think maybe less finger. I think most things need less finger.
I mean,
Kind of
they're
watery.
I'm not going to say that.
Oh, it's a little watery. Maybe something to thicken it up, or not. I don't know.
I mean, if you... Never mind. Suds is just going to kind of take a glance of what the audience is thinking of this event.
Most of them are all sitting on the edge of their seat. Some of them are taken. Others are doing the you thing where they're like, see it. You see, it's all fake.
I can see what's here. I can see the strings.
Yeah. You got that mixture in the crowd. Behind you, especially outside the fence, you can see people like standing on each other's shoulders trying to see. And those outside are much more convinced because, you know, distance makes things more thing. All they can see from a distance is people cutting off limbs and blood flying everywhere. Up close as you are, you've got a much better view, and you especially, Selds, can almost certainly see the strings.
Did I do it right? Did I stir it enough?
Yes. The sacrifice is complete.
Oh God.
Take your seat, and now we wait to see.
He sort of wobbles down to his seat.
Juniper, you would have been allowed back to your seat at this point.
Yeah. Juniper's just sitting there swinging her feet.
Oh my God. He takes her like
Oh, God.
face in his hands. You're okay. Oh my God.
I'm okay, silly.
Oh God. He sits down and he just kind of like sits very like just sunken and like wide-eyed. It's like, oh.
Yeah, Juniper just kind of pats him on the shoulder. It's okay, Carnum. It was only a play.
Can you clean him up a little bit? He's a little spattered.
Yeah, I'm just prestidigitate all of
Prestidigitate.
the red off of him.
He looks noticeably like a little more relaxed as soon as it disappears. He's like, "Oh man, okay, that was a lot. I saw a lot of things I wasn't expecting to see. She cut her finger off right in front of me. Did you guys see the part with the finger? Oh my God.
Oz
I
goes like
must have
this.
missed that part.
This
I was
finger?
walking around.
Ah! Exactly.
Or, you know.
Oh. Okay, all right, enough. I get it. I've been the fool. If you were up there, you would have been terrified.
The sacrifice was enough. But it is not the goddesses of spring that have answered after all. It would seem the Dark Lady
Oh, man.
is answering the call.
I knew I messed it up.
No, there wasn't anything for you to mess up. This was just her entrance.
Oh yeah, I guess it was in my playbill.
The Lady of Loneliness, the mystery of melancholy. The true master of ceremonies. The back of the curtain where there was the lump, it would seem this woman has been there the whole time, as she just throws the curtains wide. She's impossibly tall. An elf.
Knew it.
She smiles, and it is both dreadful and beautiful at once. I bring you such gifts.
Oh, man.
She's going to try and kill us.
She's definitely gonna try and kill us.
Two priests walk from the side of the stage.
Oh, man.
They walk past the crones who exit with their cauldron and come and stand at the two stage stairs up. And she begins to sing a low and frightening song. Around you, the Fae in the audience begin to clasp their ears. Selds, you are somehow immune, but the... Is anyone else here an elf?
Oz.
Oz. Which kind of elf?
Hi, Elf.
Can you please make me a constitution save?
Oh, damn.
Damn it.
On 11, this song she is singing is genuinely painful to your ears. It makes you uncomfortable. You're not as badly affected as the rest, perhaps because of your great constitution. You are not just a simple punter. You are, in fact, a warrior. Those around you are writhing ecstatically, clasping their hands to their ears. They look happy and sad and terrible all at the same time. There is great delight to be found in these words that she is saying, but also a great amount of pain.
Are Carnum or Juniper reacting either?
Only the Fae, only the High Elves.
Well, this will be disconcerting. Juniper, is there a way you can make her deaf?
As you look around, though, at the audience and how they're reacting, you can see everyone who is not a High Elf is sort of looking... What was that word you used earlier, Seld? Charmed?
Oh.
That'll do it.
All the way around. Maybe it's up to 700 people now. All charmed right outside the city of the Fae. And she begins to say, "Yes! Yes, my children, now is our time. Too long have we toiled under this ruse of a theater performance. Come now, my fresh army. Let us take back the city as we have been summoned to do."
Selt is going to turn around and entirely slap Carnum across the face. Is he charmed at all?
Make me a wisdom saving throw. Anyone... You as well, actually, Selds. Selds, make me a wisdom saving throw, Carnum and Juniper. Oz,
Okay.
you are immune for now.
I have advantage on that one, though. For a 20.
20, you are not charmed.
But we are.
Yeah, I'm even going to give you advantage, Carnum, because you got the extra slap, but...
Okay.
Yeah, no, you're still charmed, and
Still
Juniper,
charmed, yeah.
you too are charmed. You can feel these words coming over you. You have to go and storm the Fae City. You have the urge to try and kill the king.
I always hated that king. I don't really know him, but I do want him to die.
Carnum, you don't know jack shit.
What? I know I hate this king. I think you're
Have
so
another
smart.
drink.
Oh, all right, we'll get to the king in a second. That's fine.
And Seldes is gonna look at Oz and go, Oz, can you focus?
Yeah. This
And
is
she's-
not comfortable at all.
This is gonna hurt in a second, and he's gonna slap her hard across the face.
Oh, mother. Ow!
Well, you're not charmed either, so that's good.
What?
On a nat 1, Juniper, I would say you're probably... I think I'm gonna go the whole hog. You know, like the whole glamour bard thing, when you suddenly idolize the person who's singing? I think you've got that right now. Like, this person is entirely your idol.
Wow, she's got such a lovely voice.
Pretty good.
Oz, grab her, grab her, grab her!
I grab Juniper and, like, kind of in a hug, but try and put my hands over her ears.
Mm.
How pretty she is, Oz.
No, she's not. She's very mean. She's not a good person.
You don't even know her. You don't need to call her mean. I think she's pretty cool.
She's so tall, too. How could anyone
She's
that
so
tall be?
tall. I told you she'd be really tall.
Hey,
You guys
Yes.
are really short, though. Everybody's tall.
And
These...
Seldes is gonna
Go on.
slowly start pulling two daggers out of, or a dagger and out of his waistband. Or, well, you didn't think it was there, but it was.
She sort of like stretches her arms out. You can see her arms are slightly too long for her body. And when she stretches, it's like the joints elongate for a second and then come back in.
That's so creepy.
As she moves her mouth, her jaw slightly unhinges for a second and then comes back up. It says, "First, my believers, find the non-believers around you and be rid of them."
Seldes takes the knife in his hand and punches Karnan in the face.
Oh my god! What? Oh.
Karnam and Juniper, you will feel compelled. We're going to go into a combat order. I'm going to force you to fight each other. However,
Okay.
on each turn, at the start of your turn, you can have another wisdom save. If you hit a DC of 14, you can break this.
Okay.
Okay. So do you want an initiative from all of us then? I'm taking it.
Yes, please. I should also roll some initiative.
Jeez. Seldes, oh my god.
I roll like ass today.
It's okay. I have a very important question that's going to be answered in about 2 seconds.
So it does indeed seem as though Seldes is first. Am I missing someone? No.
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 I don't think so.
Okay.
Wasn't there two priests? Or are they
Yeah,
going
I'll
on
do
the
them.
same?
I'll do them on the same roll.
Okay.
The dagger that he had already pulled out, he's gonna flip in his hand and throw at her. But a 13 isn't gonna hit. Or the 14 isn't gonna hit either, is it?
Let me just check. Because you never know in these things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, it's not going to hit.
No, it's not gonna hit. And he's gonna grab. He just turned to Oz and go, "Time to go!" And bonus action, run the length of the stage the farther away. Not through the crowd, just along the stage towards where the backstage was.
Karnam and Juniper, one of your mortal enemies is moving away from you. They're moving more than 5 feet away. You may take an opportunity attack.
No, they can't.
Why not?
Bonus action, disengage.
Ah, okay.
Oh, I see.
Nailed it. So you move away along the stage. Next, it's Juniper's turn.
And she's still grappled by Oz.
Yeah, I
Grappled
think
by
I-
Oz. First things first, let's make your wisdom save.
Okay. Let's do that.
Oof.
Oh,
You are still compelled to try and This person is grabbing you. They are stopping you from worshipping this goddess on stage. And you've just been
Yeah.
told by her to kill them.
I'm going to. Hold on. Yeah. I'm gonna cast enlarge reduce on myself, so that I'm suddenly much bigger than I was, and therefore harder to grapple.
Holy crap.
Yeah, size doubles in all dimensions. Its weight is multiplied by 8. So Oz, if you were like lifting her, all of a sudden,
Yeah.
that ain't an option. Yeah, you increase by 1 size category, so you're now a large creature. There's enough room out here though, so that is pretty much it. But you have advantage on strength saves checks until you are reduced. So you've got 1 minute in this larger size. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No, I don't think I have any bonus actions I can do.
Cool. So, going back through the turn order, because I completely stopped writing it down, it is the Herald next, I believe. And then... Oz... And the priests. Lovely. So, Selds, you are seen running.
Of course. He wasn't really hiding it.
Yeah.
He threw a knife and ran.
I feel like we're gonna get into a fight our way out of an army situation here.
Hopefully that you get advantage on that wisdom saving throw because I hit you in the face.
That would be
Again.
She levitates off of the stage and floats the. How far can you move?
30 feet.
She floats the. Well, she's probably been about 10 feet away, so she floats the 40 feet towards you and just reaches out with her hand.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Could you please make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw?
Can I nat 20 that?
If you have one, yeah. Yeah, you
I
do. You have one
do.
from last week. Yeah. You can nat 20 that. You are not paralyzed. But, I'm just going to roll it again so we don't get the crit damage and confuse everyone. But you do take 11 necrotic damage.
I can deal with that.
And with the rest of her turn, she will... Hang on. Yeah, after she touches you, she becomes incorporeal and flies 10 feet back onto the stage.
Dear, I don't get that. You can't get that fresh without at least buying me a drink.
All right. What's the who's next in initiative?
Next in initiative is Oz.
Yeah. Okay, so probably not grappling Juniper anymore.
Well, no, she hasn't broken the grapple. She just made herself bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're probably just like clinging onto her. I don't know. If you were holding onto her waist, you're now just like doing like a hug thing instead, maybe. Yeah. If you were holding her arms, you're now just holding the one.
Okay, this is weird. What? So yeah, Oz is gonna drop. She's gonna let go, and I guess book it towards over where Selds is, or in the direction Selds was running.
Mm-hmm. So Juniper and Carnum, both of you see Oz, who is clearly grappling you, trying to run away. Carnum has not got to the start of your turn yet, so you've not been able to make the save at the moment. You will be compelled to make that opportunity attack.
Okay.
Unless you have anything to defend against it, as Selds did, Oz.
Nothing I think that I can use. Well,
I think you still have your action, don't you?
Yeah, you only let go, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
You could disengage as an action.
Okay, so I will disengage then.
Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn? You still have a bonus action.
Bonus action, I think. Nope. I'm just gonna run.
Okay.
Disengage and run.
Carnum,
All right, wisdom save.
punched heavily in the face. You can have it with advantage. Unfortunately, the DC was 14.
Okay, so we're compelled to kill these two.
Any non-believers. There's also some Fae around who are just holding their hands to their ears. They don't look like believers either. You could attack them.
Yeah.
But you will be able to kill them. It's not going to even be a check. They're defenseless.
Right. Are they closer than Selds and Oz?
Oh, they're everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like all around. Okay, yeah, I think Carnum is gonna take a warhammer to just like the nearest like commoner, who seems to be a non-believer.
Oh yeah, 100%. No attack roll needed. Your hammer cleaves through his defenseless body.
Oh, my
leaving him
my poor boy.
leaving him wrecked.
Yeah, and then that would be my turn.
No bonus actions or anything like that.
He's gonna move to the next like nearest commoner. Use my movement for that.
Well, actually, there's another person on that
Oh, okay.
commoner, like throttling them. Like they're both peasants. So.
Okay, cool.
um,
Then he'll just stay put.
The priests. There are two priests. One stands on the left side of the stage. The other stands on the right. You ran along the stage towards the left.
Yep.
So the one over there, he will call out to you and be like, "Halt, non-believer, halt!"
Kiss my ass.
Nope.
He is going to read the spell quickly.
Did something pop? Because I didn't get anything.
No, I'm reading them myself before I
Okay.
go popping
Sorry.
things.
Okay. It's been weird, I was checking.
He casts Sacred Flame on you, Selds.
Okay, he's got to hit me first.
That's a dex
Oh,
save.
for a dex save? Eh,
7 radiant damage. The
I'm not worrying
other...
about it at the moment. Oh wait, that's... Yeah.
The other casts some sort of incantation, and when he's finished, projects it towards the shadow on the stage. She glows for a second. Carnum may recognize the spell, but he's not currently on your side.
It's okay.
Hey, Selds, are you wearing armor?
Always. That singed. And I
Yes.
forgot to use Uncanny Dodge, but it's okay.
Selds, it's your turn.
She dies, they go back to everything, or we just cut and run. Your choice here. I'm gonna
It's a
kill
lot
her.
of people.
I'm gonna kill her. And he's going. Is she still? Does she still look incorporeal?
Yes, at the moment.
Okay.
The priest also blocks your pathway unless you climb the stage.
That's okay. He's gonna throw it at the priest. For 15 to hit the priest?
That will hit, yes.
Oh, good! Hey, guess what?
Chicken butt?
No, this is Seld's. This is one of Seld's daggers. They So he's gonna take that six. Oh man, that one on the sneak attack. That's sad. He's gonna take 16 damage, and then he's got that poison that he's gonna have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
So he needs to make, I believe, it is a DC 13 Constitution save. Aw, he makes it.
He
That's sad.
resists.
But he's still gonna take 16 damage.
Yeah, as the blade sort of turns into his shoulder and like just sort of like turns about, going almost through him as it cuts through his shoulder. He sort of cries out, more worried it seems about his vestments than the actual damage it's done to him.
Does it do any damage to the spell he's casting?
Oh, you were throwing at the one that was casting towards the herald.
Yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately, that was a one-action spell, so he was just about
Oh, okay,
finished
never mind then.
as the blade hit him.
Okay.
The
Well,
spell,
then-
Carnum, you may recognize as a man of the cloth. Sanctuary.
Oh, okay. He cast
you-
that on the herald.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, as my second action, the other guy is closer to me, right?
Oh yeah, the guy on the left, he's like right close.
Within like a 5-foot movement.
Yeah, why not?
Because then I'm going to use my bonus action to attack him with my rapier.
Sure.
Mm.
For a 20.
That will hit.
And because Oz is there. For 25 damage.
Nice.
Boom.
The rapier is not poisoned, unfortunately.
Next, Juniper, it's your turn.
Okay.
You can see the one that's grappled you has let go and run off with the Dark Elf. That you fear they've been lying to you this whole time, and they're actually the ones that are truly evil in all of this. And now they're throwing knives at people and stabbing people.
Don't you dare! Don't hurt her! And she's going to cast a twinned ray of frost at each of them. So, hang on.
Who was
Oh.
targeted first and who was targeted second?
I think that Oz was probably closer to me, so Oz would have been first and Souls would have been second.
And can he dodge?
Uncanny dodge indeed. Let's see some damages.
Alright. First damage and second damage.
Uncanny dodge on that.
As a reaction, I'm gonna cast shield. Ah, no, wait.
Yeah, shield
Never
will
mind.
increase your AC by 5, so if
5.
that beats 23... I don't know what your
Does
armor
it
class is.
Barely.
Well, you know, that's good.
Yeah, better not.
Time to go. City's not worth it. None of these people are worth it. Time to go.
The Herald... Unless you have any other actions you'd like to take, Juniper.
That's all.
Oh, you never made your wisdom save.
Oh, my wisdom save. Yes, that's a good idea. So that I can stop attacking everyone. Where's my thing?
Oh yeah, you would have made it as well.
Oh,
So,
nice.
is the
That
wisdom
guy.
save at the beginning of the or the end of her turn?
I mean, it's supposed to be at the beginning of the turn, but we all got really excited, so I'm gonna say it played out the way it played out, and then Juniper remembered, because you had that nat 1 as well, so you know, it makes sense narratively.
Alright, yeah.
All right.
The Herald becomes corporeal again. Becomes corporeal and moves again towards Selds. You're clearly doing the most damage. And they're going to... This time they draw a sword that seems to be made of shadows. And they attack you from 10 feet away as this blade extends out from its hilt. Does a 20 hit you?
Yes.
Please take 13 slashing damage.
Oh my god.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, and you were given 2 20s as well, Selds, by the way.
Thank you, Potato Hollow. We love you. Yeah. That's 13, you said?
13 slashing damage, yes.
That's good. We're fine.
And from 10 feet away, it begins to move back onto the stage again. Can you make an opportunity attack from 10 feet away?
It doesn't matter. I can't use. It doesn't matter. I use my reaction this turn.
Oh, brilliant. So the
Yes, I know.
it moves back into the center of the stage where it began. Oz, your turn. Everyone's
My
supposed to be
turn.
attacking Selds. Well,
Oh,
you
wait,
as well, but mostly
wisdom save.
Selds.
Wisdom save.
Oz is fine.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I don't need a wisdom save.
Oh yeah, that's never mind. I'm all confused. I'm just.
I mean, I can, but I'd probably fail. I'm going to. I'm going to cast the cantrip True Strike, and on the Herald.
Okay.
So brief insight into the target's defenses, and then on my next turn, I will gain advantage on my first attack roll against that target, and then I'm gonna move. I'm gonna hop up onto the stage, move towards her with my axes in my hand.
Okay. Do you have a climbing speed?
I don't think I do.
So in that case, we'll just assume it uses half your speed.
Okay,
Climb.
so 15.
Cool. So you can sort of face off with her, but not quite reach her.
Yeah,
I'm glad
that's
I made
fine.
her retreat. Next will be Karnam, who can make a wisdom save at the
All
beginning
right.
of the turn.
Let's see what we can do here. Where is it? Oh, thank God.
Yay!
Yeah, so you
So-
stand over the bloodied corpse of a peasant with your hammer covered in its blood.
His eyes go wide, and he sort of he remembers everything that's happened, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And he turns on the herald with just like fire in his eyes. But as he turns, he also sees that Selds is pretty badly beaten up.
There might be a little frost going on him. His coat
Yeah.
is all singed up. He's very beat up.
So first things first. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do the. Where is it? Oh no, where'd it go? Sorry, 1 second. Oh, okay. So I'm going to move to Selds, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds,
Oh, thank you.
and I'm gonna do it at 3rd level. There you go. Clericing. Oz, have you been hit at all?
No. Yes.
Okay.
By Juniper's.
Ray of Frost.
Well, no,
Yes.
didn't you say the ray of your shield spell?
No,
No,
just
it-
beat
it-
it.
Oh, it beat it by
Oh,
Oh,
one.
it did hit. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, then bonus action healing word on Oz, 5 health, and that will be my turn.
Cool. The priest strides forward away from the stairs. No one seems to be trying to make a break for the stairs. All the people around them seem to be subdued or fighting. So he walks away from the stairs towards you, Selds. Oh no, he's already within 5 feet, isn't he? So he just grabs his mace. I've got to stop closing his character sheet. And he's going to try and hit you with it.
So I'm going to use my reaction warding flare. And I have improved warding flare at level 6. So I basically hold my hand out and a bright light erupts in his face and gives him disadvantage on the attack.
Does an 18
Nice.
hit you?
Yes, it does. Unfortunately.
Oh, well.
Appreciate the thought.
Yeah, I try.
You did. You did try. It's okay. I'm about to hit him again.
Please take 8 bludgeoning damage, and as a bonus action, he says a holy word. And please take an extra. Need to put the R in there. There we go. Please take an extra 12 radiant damage as his hammer suddenly glows brightly.
Thanks for that healing.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Thanks. Appreciated it. It's really useful. It's okay. He's gonna die. I've decided. He's dying next. So he's up in my grill, right?
Oh, yeah, he's right there. But the other one's not done. The other one sees Karnam healing and immediately casts a guiding bolt his way. Does a 19 hit you, Karnam?
Yes, it does.
Please take 9 radiant damage.
All right.
Hee
Yeah.
Selds! Chat, if you're
Selds
worried
is
about
gonna
the players, we did come in and I did tell them there was a high possibility of death in this game.
It's a scrat game. We take bets on this every week. Hey, but Selds has decided he does not like this priest, and he's going to use one of his nat 20s to stab him
Oh, yeah.
aggressively.
Yeah,
Nice.
there we go.
So just to,
Jesus.
give that. Well, that would have hit
Oh, right,
anyways.
yeah.
It would have hit anyways, but now it gets double damage, so
So just. So.
just do it twice. We'll just take the twice, yeah.
Yeah. 12 is. Just hit it twice or just roll it. Just double that.
Yeah, we'll just double that. So
24 and 22 is 46.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Nice.
God.
How does he look?
Okay, so describe this attack. It's going to put him on his knee, but he's not down.
Oh, well, in that case, Selds is going to bring his, wait, did it roll? Yeah, it did. Alright, he's going to bring his, rapier up and just kind of bring it up and stab, because he's above me, just stab it through between the ribs and twist it and pull it out. See that he's not dead, and then use his bonus action with the dagger still in his hand and stab him with the dagger, hopefully.
An 18 is
The
enough to
18.
hit. An 18 is enough to hit.
For 14 more damage, or
That is the exact amount I needed.
Jeez.
How does this
and
look?
well, because he stabbed him up with the rapier to get him to the ground, pulled it out with a twist, see him fall to his knees, which puts his throat at just the right level and just cuts it across and knocks it back so it doesn't spray on him. He's very efficient when killing things.
This time, Oz and Selds are covered in real blood.
Well, no. So let's make sure it goes up and out. That's the whole point. Go over there. Thank you. He doesn't like getting dirty. And it would have been Karnam and Selds because Oz isn't. And then when he sees that, he's gonna try and just jump up onto the stage and help Karnam.
With the priest out of the way, you can just climb the stairs. It'd be regular
Okay.
movement.
Nice.
Karnam, I do believe we have some fiendish unqualities of a non-fey variety to kill. You might be useful. Come on.
Yeah, I got some payback to deal with, and he looks back at the dead commoner on the ground.
Selds is gonna run up the stairs, but as he's running, just kind of subtly kick the guy he just stabbed. It's like, oh no, wait, sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
So, yeah, you've killed this person. Next up is Juniper's turn. Juniper, you are free of the curse.
Yes. So here's
Yay.
the big question. Am I able to get a clear path between me and the Great Lady that doesn't have anyone,
You could move so that you could.
Yeah, because so I'm gonna move so that I just have a clear shot towards this Great Lady and like nobody behind her, right? Yeah. Juniper's gonna scream, "You made me hurt my friends!" And then she's going to cast a lightning bolt.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
So
Dex save.
yeah. So she's got to make a dex save, and otherwise I'll do damage.
What's the DC?
Oh, let me see. Oh, 14.
14. Okay.
Oh, my
Cool.
God.
Oh,
God damn
She's
it! I
very
forgot about
fast.
that one.
Yeah, she just sort of floats aside. The stage is torn asunder, bits of debris fly all over the place. What's the damage on your lightning bolt?
if she failed, it would have been okay. So half as much. So is that?
You
40?
roll it and then just divide it in half.
Oh,
You just roll it and
then
divide it in half.
Okay. Oh,
15.
15.
Not bad.
Nice.
Yeah, so, yep. The creature looks mildly miffed, maybe?
Did we damage her dress?
Yeah, you tore her dress. Oh, wait, no, wait, this is lightning damage, isn't it? Oh, yeah. No, she looks absolutely fine.
Oh. Oh, dang.
You never want to hear that.
oh,
Oh, what kind of damage was it? Oh.
Oh. Nope, sorry.
Sorry, yeah. Next is the Herald herself. The Herald sees you all around, and you're gonna maneuver in a way. Okay, so let's get the thing here. So we've got the stage. We've got Selds and Oz over to the left, though Oz is more on the stage, having climbed up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cells did too, I think.
I went up the stairs.
Yeah, you went up the
okay.
stairs, so you're both on that side of the stage. Oz is a bit maybe closer, or
Mhm.
maybe Selds is a bit closer. You're about the same. Let's say you're about the same. You're in roughly the same spot. And ahead we've got Carnum and Juniper also in roughly the same spot, right?
Well, no, Carnum came over to me,
Yeah.
Oh,
I went
but
to
he's still
Cells
not
to
on the
heal him.
stage.
excellent. Right, I know exactly where I'm casting this then. The creature moves so its cone can go towards the three of you.
Okay.
Oh, hello. What? No. Multi-attack. Okay, that is not what this is supposed to do.
Okay.
For some reason, it's seeing the old thing underneath it and not seeing the new data. So
So, is it an attack or an area effect?
there we go.
Is it an attack or an area effect?
First of all, I'm just showing you it does a multi-attack, and then next it does a cone.
So on the multi-attack, can we nat one that for you, Scrat?
You can't nat one this one because I don't have to roll anything. You just need to make a DC 17 Constitution saving.
Okay, oh, so the multi-attack is not occurring.
Yeah, it is a multi-attack, but this is the first part of it. It's like
Oh,
a
okay.
lightning bolt.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, that was the confusion, sorry.
Okay.
That's okay.
A
17, you
constitution
made it.
save?
Yep, con save.
Constitution save.
Okay, and that one was me in there too. Right.
Yes!
Oh, no, Skyra, you were
Oh,
fine.
not me.
Yeah, you
Okay.
wasted that nat 20.
Oops.
Wasted it.
You did not waste it. You did not waste it.
For not paying attention.
So,
Ouch.
let's see.
I get hit.
Yeah, so first of all, you each take 3d12 necrotic damage. It doesn't seem to be any avoiding that, just as the spell reads.
Uncanny dodge.
It's only 9.
Uh-huh.
That could be much worse. The average is 19. And on your saving throws, Oz is blind. 2 rounds.
Crap.
Selds, I'm going to give you a special bonus for the nat 20. I'm not supposed to, but who cares? Let's bend the rules. You are only frightened for 1 round, whereas Karnan, you are frightened for just 1 round, for 2 rounds. Okay.
Okay.
She'd be powerful. There it
Mhm.
is. For anyone wondering at home, there you go. There's the spell description. It's all true. Then let's see. You two are frightened. She's going to make her melee attack next. Is this when we'd like to play the Nat 1 thing?
Is she attacking us or is she attacking
She's looking at either.
Juniper?
She's looking at either Oz or Selds. One blinded, one frightened. She's all about min-maxing this one.
Mm-hmm. If she's hitting us side, I'm gonna call the Nat 1. I wasn't gonna call it for Juniper because that wouldn't have been my place to do.
No, she's not going to attack Juniper. So far, Juniper's only been powering her up. It's great.
Thanks.
Thanks, friend.
Okay, so the Nat 1, her Shadow Blade lashes out but misses you.
That's good.
Oz, your turn. You are blind. You may
I am
attack,
blind.
but disadvantage. I believe
She's
that's
got
how-
True Strike up.
But yeah, I have True Strike, so I get advantage on my first attack roll against the target.
Uh-huh.
So does that kind of negate each other?
Good question. I'm looking for the conditions blinded. There we go. A blind creature can't see and automatically fails any ability check that requires sight. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. So I'd say with True Strike and that, they cancel each other out, so it's a normal roll.
Okay. So I guess she hasn't moved. I'm going under the impression that the Herald hasn't moved.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to go up to her and just like two-handed strike with my hammers or my hand axes.
Okay, let's see that roll.
Crap. What am I doing? I don't know roll 20 that well.
That's fine. So you should on your sheet have the. Oh, have you got
I only have
a hammer there? Okay. What was it? What
hand
weapon
axe.
A hand axe. What
Yeah.
what weapon did you say you were using?
I think I might have initially said hammer, but I meant hand axe because
Oh,
I'm
okay.
dual wielding the hand axe.
Cool.
Two of them.
In that case, just click on hand axe and it should roll it for you. Unfortunately, the 10 is not going to be enough to beat her her armor class. Now that you guys have ripped her dress, you can see underneath she's wearing chainmail.
Well, I can't, but
Well,
It's okay.
So that was with one. Can I hit her with the other one too?
yeah,
Although this one would be at disadvantage, I guess.
that is true.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just.
I mean, how does this look? How does this look? You're blinded. You're assuming where she is. Would you stumble, or would you just be flailing? How does this look in your mind? In your mind's eye?
I think she probably was very startled when her vision went, but she's still fairly stable on her feet, but more cautious with her strikes because she's pretty sure that the Herald is there, but she's not 100% sure that the Herald is still there, and she doesn't want to swing with all her might and like overbalance and fall over.
Certainly. Carnum, I believe you're next.
All right. So I am frightened of her, and I don't want to go near her. So I am going to cast this centered on her. A little bit of fairy fire. So duration, attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible. So that should help Selds out. And then I am going to check off that spell slot real quick. And then I'm going to cast Healing Word on Selds at, let's do second level. So 6 HP to Selds. And
take
that is my turn. I don't think I'm gonna move anywhere.
Cool. Slightly annoyed that no one attacked you between his turns, the other priest rushes along the stage to his fallen comrade, where the other two have already made their way on stage. Did you follow them with your movement?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure. Yeah, I moved up onto the stage with the other two.
Cool. Then he will rush along the stage, and not quite able to make all his way to you, he will stand at the bottom of the stage and cast a sacred flame your way.
Cast Sacred Flame on me?
Yep.
You cast Sacred Flame on me?
Yep.
That's my game.
Yeah, he's all about your game. What do I? Yeah, no, he does. DC 13 saving throw, please.
Okay. Boop. Nice.
Yeah.
15. Yeah.
Yeah, you save. The sacred flame.
Awesome.
You literally do. That's my game.
This is mine. You don't Sacred Flame me. I believe in the light.
Any bonus actions for him? No. Not really.
So how far away from me is he right now?
The priest, he's at the bottom of the stairs, so got to be within 25 feet of you.
Okay. That's good. It's very good.
It's your turn next, Selves.
Mm-hmm.
You are frightened currently for this turn. You are frightened of the Herald.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna decide I don't like this priest and I don't like his facilitation of anything. I'm going to cast darkness on him.
Okay. Yeah. Darkness, that essentially blinds him, right?
Yep. And it's centered on him.
Great. Okay. Yeah, no, he's blind. What's the radius of your blindness spell?
15, but I'm tying it to the physical object of his robe.
Okay. And Karnam, how far away are you from the this person, do you think?
I would have been pretty much right up on wherever Selds is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Next, then, is Juniper's turn, if Selds has nothing more.
Selds is going to move along. He's going to move back slightly behind Karnam. Just gotta breathe for a minute.
Alright. Yeah, I definitely take up more defensive stance. I have my Warhammer and my shield.
My turn then?
Indeed, Juniper.
Yeah. Alright, Juniper is gonna cast some magic missile at this lady.
There we go. Nice.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Is that just the one or all three?
Yeah, no, I meant to do all three. I just hit the button though.
Yeah, that's
Hit
fine.
it.
You can do it free. You
Do it
can do it
sep-
each time, because if you want to do it for separate targets or anything, you can pop it for each one.
Should I just hit the button 3 times then?
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice.
Cool.
Cool.
And this is force damage.
Mhm.
Yeah, that'll work. That will work. The creature looks horrified that it has been harmed. Its jaw dislocates again and it snarls at you.
Ugh.
Oh, you're not a nice lady.
Think I really liked you like 2 minutes ago.
The Herald will rush towards Juniper and take its shadowy sword. It pretty much just constantly flies. Just assume whenever I say rush, it's flying.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Does a 24 hit you?
Oh, yes, it does.
Please take 24 slashing damage.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
And as a bonus action, it just goes incorporeal.
So it has a fairy fire on it, so it can't turn invisible.
Not invisible, but you can't touch
Oh,
it.
okay. Oh, okay.
You know, it can't interact with physical objects like swords.
Right. Okay.
But we can still hit it and still try to hit it because it has advantage from that fairy fire.
Yeah, oh yeah, you can still try to hit it, but I'll get up the rules on that just to make sure. But yeah, it's essentially incorporeal. So next up will be Oz's turn.
I think I'm still blind, right?
2 rounds, so yes.
Yes.
But now it's lit up.
But
you're blind.
it's also moved.
But
so-
yeah, she's.
Yeah, it's also moved.
Oz
Yeah.
is still blinded. Yeah.
So I'll probably just like swing out with one of the hand axes in front of me, just to make sure nothing is there, because I'm sure I probably heard her move. But being blind kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah, especially because she's flying as well, so there's no footsteps. That's
Yeah.
harsh. Harsh as hell.
So yeah, I'm just kind of staying where I am.
Uh,
And I don't have anything else I can do.
towards the end of your turn, like the blur across your eyes sort of lifts and you can see again. And you can
Cool.
see just as it's lashing out and dealing this damage to Juniper.
No. Shit.
Carnum!
Pulling out some of the swears she's learned as a soldier, which are a lot more explicit than shit.
All right, so I'm still afraid of her, so I'm gonna go for this this priest who is causing all manner of trouble. I am going to let's see, yeah, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on him.
Indeed.
Oof.
19 because he had fairy fire, or no, not on the priest.
No, yeah, not on the priest, unfortunately.
The priest is inside
Oh.
magical darkness.
That's a good point. Can I see him?
I think it works the same way as being blind, don't it? Don't you get disadvantage?
Okay, yeah, that works.
So 13, that matches his armor class, which I call a hit.
Awesome. Okay, so I will roll damage. Cast it at level 1. So 17 damage, and then the next, I think it's the next attack. The next attack roll made against this target before the end of my next turn has advantage. All right.
Excellent.
And then I'm going to use Healing Word at 2nd level on Juniper. And I heal you for
Oh.
10.
That's so good.
All right, we got advantage on everybody. Everybody's a little topped off.
Hmm.
And I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna stay put. And that's my turn.
The sphere of darkness that you know holds the priest does not move.
Mhm.
However, you do hear chanting from the center.
Oh God, chanting's the worst. That's what I do.
Oh.
So you're not, can I mess her up now?
Uno memento. Oh hey, why didn't that work? Huh, I can't seem to get Healing Word to work. It doesn't show up on my character sheet as well, and I've been using it this whole time. As a bonus action, you also cast Healing Word on yourself. I'm just going to type it out, bear with. No, I don't want an F in there. You can tell how often I don't type things out. I come to rely on these sheets. priest's chanting away in there. He's feeling great. So, Selds, we are back round to your turn.
And I am no longer frightened of her, correct?
You are no longer frightened.
And I can see where she is.
Yes, but she is incorporeal. But you have advantage on hitting her.
I do have advantage on hitting her, and she moved up to Juniper, correct?
Yeah, she's right on Juniper. She's right on Juniper. She just dealt a massive blow to her and then, like, noped out at the end, like...
I'm gonna use that nat 20 to stab her in the back.
That'll work.
I'll do it.
And I'll use the dagger to do it.
Ooh.
Please do. Roll me up all that damage.
I don't like that
So-
bleed.
I'm just rolling this to give it to...
Mm-hmm.
Out of curiosity, would that have hit?
The 11 wouldn't have done, though. Oh, no, the 23 would have done, yes. The 23 would have done, yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay, but that's okay. We're going to do that double damage. So 14, 28. 7 is 14. So can I do math? 14 times 3.
Don't worry. Don't worry about the maths.
Mm-hmm.
They have resistance, so they halve all the damage you do.
That's fine. That's fine. But here's the other thing. It's with the dagger scrat.
Can we get
So
that?
she needs to make the Constitution save.
Unfortunately, no, she doesn't.
Yeah, I saw that one coming.
Oh. She's
I mean,
gonna
she
gonna
could,
use her.
but It'd be arbitrary.
She could. Okay.
I mean,
okay.
like, basically, if let's say you stabbed her hand and there was poison on her hand, she'd sort of afterwards. That's the.
Okay. Okay. I got you. That's okay. You can still take that 21 damage from
Yeah, she
stabbing her in the
takes it.
back.
She's not happy. She's not happy about it, but she's a
And
lot
I'm
happier than she is for 42.
I'm gonna use my but you know I'm still there, and I'm gonna stab her again. But that 14 is not gonna do anything.
Braid not.
And I'm just gonna say your dress is very tacky. And if you're going to be a creature of undead and unholy abomination, I'm sure that Lolth can give you some direction and style choices.
2 times. Okay. Yep. They take that on the chin. You know, they've had worse insults. They're a creature of darkness. They've been through hell and shit. This is fine. So next up we go to Juniper.
Okay. What even can I do here? Alright, Juniper's gonna try, Juniper's gonna try Ray of Frost at this lady and see if maybe that might damage her.
Yes, and now I have forgotten before, so it happened. It's canon now, but I haven't forgotten anymore. Sanctuary is cast on this creature, so I will need you to make me a Wisdom save. You are trying to beat a DC of 14, I think. So unfortunately, you either must choose a new target or lose the spell.
Oh, I
completely forgot when you were attacking me, Selds. I completely forgot. So it happened.
Okay, so I guess I'll redirect this towards that dark blob where the priest probably is.
Okay.
I think he's still in there.
So the 11, it's not going to be enough, unfortunately. But hang on, isn't there advantage on this character though? But also
Yes, 'cause
disadvantage, so they cancel out, right?
Yeah, they cancel out.
So yeah, unfortunately the 11 does not hit. It goes into the darkness and doesn't come out the other side, but the chanting doesn't stop.
Huh.
This guy loves chanting.
Next is the Herald. The Herald, you know, you did a little bit of damage, but that damn pesky little elf is back attacking him, and it's an elf. It may have black skin, but it's still supposed to be doing this shit, so it's really annoyed. And it's going to lash out. No, first of all, it's going to make itself corporeal again, so that it can lash out with its shadow sword. Does a 10 hit you?
No, it doesn't. I have another question though.
What's that?
Are we sure Sanctuary is still up?
Yes, 1 minute. No concentration.
Yep, but if the warded creature makes or an attack or casts a spell that affects any enemy creature, the spell ends.
Oof.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. No, fair enough. No sanctuary there.
Okay. Since she's been maxing it.
Yeah, no, perfectly fine.
No, that 10 doesn't hit. Thank God.
Cool. So after the Herald, Herald, have you got any bonus actions? Let's go and get some. Let's go and get some bonus actions over here. No, you haven't got any bonus actions, have you? Not unless any of you are willing.
Okay, let me move this here.
You are cunning, Dark Elf.
I prefer the term drow. It's more polite. It recognizes my own language, and I don't have to be identified with any of this lot.
Yeah.
Hey.
Would you like to be a little darker?
Well, no, I quite like my complexion the way it is. Blackface is never an appropriate thing to do.
I could transform you into one of the Shadow Fae if you desire.
Not really my thing.
Think on it.
No.
Next in the turn order will be Oz.
Oz, you're gonna
Okay, Oz is going to. She is going to cast Magic Missile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all three at what's her nuts.
Yeah. So if Magic Missile is in your character sheet,
Yes.
then you should just be able to click it a bunch of times.
Clicky.
So it should be over on your attack sheet, the core sheet. Hang on, let's see if I can help you out with that quick.
Where did we go? It's not showing up as an attack spell.
Huh. Yeah, that's annoying. Yeah, no, it shouldn't be there. It should be over on the core sheet.
The core sheet, yeah, it's not.
Yeah, well, as I'm dragging
Showing
it
up.
in, for some reason it's not working. How annoying. Okay, so yeah, just hit us with 1d4 plus 1.
4 plus 1. And I'm doing all 3 darts. So.
Yeah, please do. So if you want 3d4 plus 3, or you can just hit that 3 times, yeah.
Copy and paste.
Yeah, so 8, 13, another 13 points of damage. The creature is beginning to look upset.
Well, upset is better than smug.
Hang on, I need to go and look at Twitch.
Yeah,
I have been sent a whisper.
I think upset
Oh.
is much, much better than smug.
I mean,
Oh yeah, Larry, I won't take that and share it for you. Please do share. I don't block links or anything. That looks amazing. Please do share that with everyone. That'd be amazing. So Oz, after your 3 bolts of magic hit this creature, do you
Yeah.
have any bonus actions?
I'm going to do. Well, I haven't moved, so I'm gonna run up to her. And just and actually, I'm gonna use. Oh, I guess I can't use a reaction for this, eh? Not yet. Okay, no, I'll just run up over to her, so I'm within melee range.
Of course. Of course. Karnam, you are next.
So, the cool thing about Clerics of Light that I really like about them, that maybe your priest doesn't have, Fireball. So I just cast that into the center of the dark orb, and Karnam says, "Yeah, why don't you chat about this with your dark god?" And then just hurls a fireball in there.
He is blinded. He has disadvantage on the skill check.
Yeah, no, that hits him. That hits his ground. You hear his chanting, sort of like the perhaps the abyssal chanting that is coming from the center of things. Sort of, it breaks into a common cuss for a second, as like suddenly you can hear the sounds of like.
Yeah, how about that? And then he's yeah, I'm just gonna stay where I'm at for the moment. Actually, is the how far away is the herald from me?
Ooh. The herald, probably about 30 feet to center stage.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna stay where I'm at.
Cool. Okay, so the priest, how long does the darkness spell last for?
It's concentration. It is 1 minute for concentration, I believe. Yes.
1 minute for concentration. Okay, cool. In that case, from inside the thing.
No, it's up to 10 minutes is concentration.
Damn. How many of these do I have? Got one more of those. Could cast it at level 3. Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. So,
Healing, I'm sorry.
yeah, the nat one. It's all good. Heals up. Comes back. You know, he's not feeling the best right now. He's feeling a bit burnt around the edges.
Little toasty.
A little toasty. But he bonus action heals himself a little bit more. Perhaps desperation now entering his chance.
Yep. Is he done?
He is done. It is Seld's turn.
I mean, is he well done? Is he slightly crispy? You know, is it time pulling out of the oven?
You can't quite stick a fork in him yet.
Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna try and stab her again with the dagger. That's not gonna hit, though.
But I'm gonna bend luck and let you add a 1d4 to that.
Ooh.
Well, I'm always taking luck into a consideration. But a 14, I'm betting, still isn't going to hit, right?
Not quite. Now tell me, is that... I can't remember what class you are, Jennifer. Is that a sorcerer thing, or is that a lucky feat thing?
Yeah, no, it's a sorcerer wild magic thing.
Oh, does that mean I get to ask you to roll a d20?
Well, technically you're allowed to ask me to do that anytime I do a spell, not a cantrip. But, not specifically because I did the bend luck thing.
It must be Tides of Chaos that I'm thinking of.
Yeah, when I do Tides of Chaos or any time that I do a spell that's first level or higher, you can ask me to do
Like
that.
a lightning bolt, I see. Okay, then I shall bear that in mind. Okay, so... Selds, is there anything else that you would like to do?
Oh, I'm gonna try and stab her again. Wait a minute! I have advantage because she's lit up as fairy fire!
It's true.
Yeah. Is that concentration though? Didn't you change to fireball?
It's so it's concentration. I thought the concentration rules were concentration breaks if you cast another concentration spell.
Yeah,
Or
you
is
can
it-
cast anything that's not a concentration, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carry on then.
So the 22 would hit her,
Yes, the 22.
correct? So take that 16 damage, and she needs to make the con save against the poison. That wonderful DC 13.
The Herald isn't going to bother. She'll just take the poison. She doesn't care.
Okay.
She's not going to bother to try and save against it, especially since it helps her.
Oh, wait, but it's not poison damage.
What?
It's not poison damage.
Yeah, still. Narratively feeds off it.
Okay, so she...
She doesn't get the poisoned condition, is what I'm telling you.
Okay, so she doesn't take the poisoned condition at all. Okay.
No. She'll fail the save, but still doesn't take the poison condition.
Oh, okay, then. Never mind, then. All right, well, in that case, she's taking that 16, and I'm going to bring her around with the rapier and stab her again. Does the 15 hit?
The 15 does hit.
Oh, good. I'm going to try and stab her and get some more stabbies.
Oh. Do it.
Okay, so we've got another 25 damage there.
Mm-hmm.
25 plus 16.
41.
Yeah, 41. Okay. Cool. Next up will be Juniper.
Okay. So Juniper is gonna let's see. Juniper's gonna just try firebolt at this lady. Let's see if yeah.
The 25 is going to hit, yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Who's this at? The Ball of Darkness or the Herald?
No, the lady. The great lady.
Firebolt. I misread it. I thought it said fireball. I was like, yes! Yes! I got excited.
You wanted to fireball her? Okay!
I think you
I
just
got excited
want
because of
me
the
to
splash
cast
damage, you
spell.
know.
Oh.
Oh, yeah,
You
no.
know. Alright, cool. So yeah, the 25 will hit. She'll take another 14 damage. Oof. She's starting to look a bit poorly. Now, perhaps one of her arms has dropped off. She's looking upset about the whole thing. It's gone awfully quiet, though.
That's good.
That's
Oh,
not good.
Wait,
All the sounds of fighting around you seems to have stopped.
I don't like that.
Do I see the army moving?
No.
What's going on with the people around us?
Well, as it is the Herald's turn, we'll find out in a moment.
Oh God.
As the Herald turns to touch Selds.
Yeah, of course.
Unfortunately, the 10's not going to hit, is it?
No, the 10 is not going to hit.
But it is literally an embrace. It's almost a caressing touch, following on from her proposition from the previous round. She almost goes to caress you, despite looking very tattered now.
Darling, don't get that close. I didn't let a matron mother that close. I won't let you.
My thralls! These are clearly allies to the king, powerful warriors sent to disrupt our rising. Kill them. There was about 600-700 people. It was about split half and half. The fighting, there's probably about 100 peasants that turn your way.
Oh crap.
But they still have to get on stage first.
Oh yeah. Well, you're not on stage. You're with the Herald, right? Because Juniper never got on stage. And she was attacking Juniper. Oh,
I swung around behind her. I assumed she was down there and I was still on the stage behind her.
Oh yeah, no, she would have been down like in the crowd. So
Oh,
I just assumed she
okay.
jumped down. It's a free action to jump down, but it takes like half movement to come up. I must have a peasant in here somewhere. Come on. The amount of games we've played, I must have a peasant stats. Come on.
It's probably under commoner.
Oh yeah, I guess it's because I'm calling them peasants. Bloody peasants. Commoner, there we go. Are you working? Right, sorry everyone, we're gonna lose music for a second. My Roll20 seems to be broken, that's why nothing's letting me drag and drop. Give me a second. Music goes. So does the question. So does the rolls, but they'll be back in just 1 second. This is the only problem with Roll20 I find, a slight lack of stability. Other than that, wouldn't recommend it higher. Unfortunately, the music started right back up again. That's always nice.
Always is.
There we go. Okay. On a 14, I'm trying to remember what your rolls were. I think I rolled like 11. Juniper, did you roll like a 12 or a 14?
Let me see what it was.
I rolled a 20.
Oh, I remember you rolled a 20. I can't remember what Juniper rolled.
19.
Juniper rolled a 25
19.
on the Firebolt Celeste.
No, I meant
initiative.
the initiative.
Oh.
So I think they'll come in just before the Herald, so they'll be there next time. Thank you very much, Potato Hollow, for the donation. 3 more 20s, 1 for Selds, 1 for Carnum, and 1 for Ozira. Now, Carnum and Ozira, since you are only here for 1 session, use it.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Use
You
it
may
to blow
call
up
it
all
whenever
its
you
pests.
wish. I call the nat 1s on you, you call the nat 20s whenever you like.
Right. Sweet.
Cool. So they're going to come in before the Herald's turn next time. Oz, it is your turn. Oz?
Oh, sorry.
Yep, it is your turn. I wasn't sure. You had that face on. I wasn't sure if you were concentrating on what you were going to do or like... Oh, yeah.
I just had a bit of a brain fart. Wasn't even thinking of much of anything. Okay, so I'm going to and my mouse just died. Okay, cool. I'm going to go after the Herald with my hand axe. So too many things open. Like,
Not enough screens, I heard.
yeah. I just have my laptop, so it's a little like 11-inch screen. So
Yeah,
a
Alice has the
13-inch
same
screen.
problem at the moment.
Don't forget you had oh, sorry.
Okay, so what's going on here? Is this a double attack? Extra
Yeah.
attack? Or okay, cool.
Yeah,
So
2 weapons, yeah.
11 won't hit. 16 will. Please roll me the damage on that. Who are you attacking?
The Herald.
The Herald. Yep.
Yeah. So it is do.
Should-
1d6 plus 1.
You can also just click on the hand axe,
Okay.
thing in the chat, and it will roll it for you. I mean, oh, I
Okay.
didn't realize that. If I highlight it red, it shows up in the OBS overlay. That's cool. Anyway, yeah. So the 4 damage, takes the creature to a knee. Your axe rents its mail asunder, ripping its chest wide. It kneels on
Oh,
the
wow.
floor before you. What kind? Are you a fighter?
I am a fighter, yes.
At level 6, would you like to make an extra attack?
Would you like to
Sure.
action surge and kill her?
I would totally do that.
Hey, you have a nat 20.
You do.
I do. Can I use my nat 20?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. So I'm going to use my nat 20 for one of my hand axes.
Uh-huh. So that'd be... Just roll me the 1d6 plus 1 again, and we'll double it.
Okay. Fuck. It's my rolls. So 4 points of damage.
Yep. So you gently caress this creature with your axe, slicing its inside. You're almost teasing it. You do also have an action surge if you'd like to take another 3 attacks. Or
Yeah.
2 attacks, sorry.
Yeah, you have 2 more attacks.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna. All the crazy. Come on, let's go. There we go.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that'll hit. Oh yeah, and that'll hit. So give us 2 hits on that 18 one, and that'll 2 more regular 1d6s plus 1.
Or just hit the word hand axe.
Yeah, not the one with the crit on though, because otherwise it will show us crit damage. There we go.
Okay, cool.
And once more.
Once more.
So to everyone around, we're gonna see this fighter this elf lunge onto this herald, hacking wildly at it. Azira, can you describe to us how you kill this thing
Yes.
with your 5 hatchet attacks?
Yeah, she's just gonna dive. I guess so. The herald is off this stage now.
Yeah. You can
Okay,
dive from
so-
the stage if you want. That's
Yeah.
rule of cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like stage dive onto her and just like down her 2 go like down her spine and then like across the back of the neck, like right below the skull.
And her head rolls asunder. As it does so, everyone in the audience gasps.
Do they seem still enthralled with this herald?
They do. Which is weird. They're dead, right? They should be released.
Really? It's okay.
Well,
From the darkness, you hear.
yeah,
Yep.
that's kind of what I thought. All right, whose turn is it?
Carnum, it would be your turn.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right,
And you have a nat 20.
You do.
I do have a natural 20. So into the darkness, I am going to cast Guiding Bolt with a nat 20, which is 8d6.
Ooh.
I'm going to roll that 8d6 radiant damage if it matters. 21. Oh, so many ones in that. Woof.
Yeah.
But it's double.
No, I already counted the double.
Oh,
I
you
did
already-
double dice. Yeah.
Oh, you did double dice. Okay.
It's a good thing he did as well, because it would have been even worse if he'd have doubled the initial one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would have been like 14. 16. So the radiant light's going to go in. The darkness is going to sort of like implode on itself as the
Mhm.
radiance expands, and as it explodes again, so do several body parts.
That's easy.
Yeah, that's
That's a mess.
that's how you do it.
And then everyone in the audience around you who are readying weapons to attack you slump to the ground.
Oh shit! like dead?
Possibly. At least
Oh, God.
unconscious.
Carnum turns around and looks at him and he's like, "Oh no! Oh god!"
That is the perfect place to wrap up. What we're gonna do? We're gonna go around.
Bodies.
Yeah, bodies everywhere. The
Yeah,
bodies have
body
hit the
parts,
floor.
people.
As it's still raining bits of priest.
I mean, somebody might make a pie out of that.
As we go round, we'll have your favourite part, please. Where we can find you online and all the wonderful things that you do, and also an epilogue for your character. What do they do in the immediate moments, and what do they do after this event? Let's see. Who did we go first to last time? I think it was Skyra, because we went that way, then that way, didn't we? So, like, and then next we go back to Prax again? Skyra did the first intro, I think? Yeah, so Prax.
I did the first intro.
You did the first of, like, your intros, but didn't Skyra do the first character intro, or am I getting capitulated?
thought we
Oh, it
did
doesn't
them
matter.
at the same time. It doesn't
Doesn't
matter.
matter. Doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter.
Someone go.
All right. Well, you all know me. I'm at Praxagora Thesmophoria, hanging out with you all in the chat. You can find me on Twitter at @DearJadonlin, where I talk about D&D and classics because I am that nerd. You can find me every Wednesday night trying to survive Scrat's wonderful games. You can also find me on Sundays trying to find trying to survive Dear Friend of the Channel's games, Koros RPG, as we play over on Soul Bear RPG, The Shattered Eye. I didn't die last week, but I'm currently without a spell slot, and we got a whole week to get those back, so we'll find out how that goes.
Now, there was a war cry earlier. Someone said something about a war cry. Anyway, what was your favourite part, and what is the epilogue for Selds?
The favorite part is just the general interactions with everyone and the snark factor, because I'm on brand. I love the snark factor. But Selds is probably going to have taken a quiet moment, and while everyone is like, we should check on the poor peasants, have gone through and found the gentleman that he needed to have a conversation with, and unfortunately, no, this gentleman did not survive that conversation, and then went home to his next adventure.
Just another day. Just another day in the line. Fantastic.
Maybe picked up some extra, liberated some extra coin, and from a couple of these people that he's helping.
So next around, then we have Azira. Amanda, tell us who you are, where we can find you online, your favorite part, and what the epilogue is for your character.
Hey, I'm Amanda Gedden. You can find me at Amanda Gedden on Twitter. I'm a bunch over the place. I hang around mostly in unmade gaming. Unmade. I can't talk today. Unmade gaming.
Mood. I feel you.
Is Discord, and occasionally when he's streaming, because when he's streaming, I'm usually doing stuff. So, but yeah, no, I think my favorite part was probably the spring ritual and Carnum's reactions to everything, because that was just hilarious. And I guess after this, it would be, Oz would check on people, make sure that not everybody is dead, that only the people
some.
that were, that they, the bad guys died. And then I guess she'd just kind of take off, because she's not a healer or anything. She's just kind of standing around awkwardly and just go, okay, see ya, bye.
Just sort of like poking people. Yeah, this one seems to be alive.
Yeah. Still breathing. Okay.
Yep, just rolls on.
Yeah.
Next around, we have Many-Eyed Monster, Kanon, Jeff.
Hi. As Scrat said, you can find me on Twitter at Many-Eyed Monster. I write and design mostly one-shots for D&D 5th edition. My favorite part was probably interacting with the whole play, just all of it, honestly, like all the acts, and having Juniper being taken up on stage and just getting like wrapped up into that was super fun. After this, Carnum would probably devote whatever funds he has left to the family of the person who he butchered with a warhammer, which puts him further in debt and makes his very hoity-toity spouse even more upset. That's where all of his money goes to, is trying to support a lifestyle that he cannot. So yeah, he's a little bit further in the hole, and he goes back home sort of contemplating what he did to this poor commoner.
Fantastic. Brilliant. Guilt-ridden.
Yeah.
You didn't heal anyone, though? You didn't stay around and heal anyone?
Oh yeah, he would. I
was
guess he
gonna
would
say,
have stayed
like-
around and healed some people. Yeah.
Yeah. And last but most certainly not least, Skyra.
Hey guys, I'm Skyra. You can find me on Twitter at SkyraMoss. I stream on Money Cook Games and on Phantom Roll Booth for Star Wars Ballad of the Garbage People. Let's see. My favorite part today was definitely getting to be in a play, a super speed play. That was quite fun. um, Unfortunately, I think after this ordeal, Juniper is just going to have her convictions renewed that magic is incredibly dangerous, and she's going to retreat back to her cave in the
Straight
woods,
back to the woods.
right back to the woods with her little woodland friends, where she can't hurt anyone with her magic.
Brilliant. Perfect. The only thing I have to conclude with is if none of the commoners had been harmed during the thing by you, then you would have received the bounty of the Fey King. He would have rewarded you handsomely.
Of course.
Yeah,
I mean-
Juniper didn't hurt any of the commoners.
Yeah.
Just a couple of her friends and the, the priest.
Yeah, no, the whole group, as a group of you, they if any of the commoners were butchered, they yeah. And Karnam, you had the choice. You didn't have to. You did.
I really didn't have to, but I was
Yeah.
like, you know what?
I think you chose between that or attacking Selbs. You felt like you had to
Yeah.
attack someone. So yeah. Yeah. Oh well. C'est la vie. As for me, you guys, this is my channel. Here are my social links. Go and check out my Discord, Twitter, and YouTube. Discord for community. Twitter for getting a game. I'll get you in one. Just send me a DM. And YouTube to catch up on this and all the other shows. This is a series of one-shots, so you can pick up any of these games. And also check out the prep stream that I do beforehand. Last week I didn't do a prep stream because I did one of my classic unprep streams, which I love. I should do more of them, actually. I love doing non-prep streams. It's great. Converting modules is fun too. Don't get me wrong. Converting modules is fun too. I just love the thrill of no prep because you have no idea what's going to come. It's great. I love that butterflies feeling. I also have a Patreon. Go and check that out. There's some free articles over there. As the Hawkers were crying earlier, they do sell free articles. We do have free articles. There's you can go and check them out for absolutely free. If you want to support us for as little as $1, you can also get access to some other things like free voice lines and that sort of thing, which you can use for your mobile phone. There's a Halloween up. It's a bit past the time. Maybe I'll get you another one. I think for November I might do like a Kells one or something from the 7th Sea stream. You know, the sexy pirate who just thinks he's Casanova, basically. Give you one of those. We also have merchandise, t-shirts, art designs, tights, cup holders, you name it, it's there. Go and check out all of the things. Clocks. They can have the logo on a clock face. You know, go nuts. Do what you want. It's great. Mini skirts too. Everything's on there. It's great. Go and check out the merch. It's fun. If nothing else, just go and have a look just for the lols. What else have we got? We've got 2 sponsors in the form of Bird and the Storm, not Boyd. Bird and the Storm Publishing. No, with an exclamation mark. Third time's the charm. They do run their t-shirts and their mugs. They all sell. All profits go to charity, and they will be producing content for us in the new year in January. We also have a sponsor in Mage Hand Press. They have made a sci-fi space expansion for 5e. So you can have things like space battles and barbarians, but space suited, and all of that sort of cool stuff. If you want to see stuff like that, come along on Thursdays at 1 p.m. Which is tomorrow. Come along tomorrow at 1 p.m. and see Alice's Argo 37 stream. Unfortunately, our space barbarian isn't going to be there tomorrow, but I am 1 part bard, 1 part witch, 1 part arcane warrior. It basically means I'm totally useless, and if you want to see the content, it's probably not best watching my character, but it's entertaining no less, especially when he gets his hand on their singularity emitter. And if you want to know what I'm talking about right now, go and check out their free review and their pre-order material. It's good stuff. It's a lot of fun. So far, I've blasted 2 black holes at things so far this season. It's great, with no proficiency of using the gun either. Fantastic. I don't have a tweet. We're done with the tweets. The tweets are all done. The tweets are done. We are going to go on a raid with our war cry. With our war cry of what was it?
Dwarves can be a seasoning.
Yeah, hang on. I've got it here somewhere.
Oh, dwarves.
There we go. No singularity emitter. Yeah, I caused a lot of carnage with that thing. With our war cry there. There we go. Dwarf can be a seasoning. And who better to raid than that than our best dwarf friend. Let's go and raid Madame Gandalf. You tell her I said that too. There we go. So guys, we'll see you in that chat just shortly. Remember, we are full-time. That is Monday to Thursdays, 1 p.m., 6 p.m., 10 p.m. EST. Fridays, 1 p.m. and 8 p.m. EST. 8 p.m. is every other week, and 1 p.m. is over on the Greyhawk channel. We love having you here. Thanks for being here, and we will see you in 40 minutes for Eden. So keep evoking emotions. We'll see you then. Bye!